Hey, Railbirds, here we go with the finals of the Elite Division Scotch Doubles. This is going to be a good one. Madalena Moreno and Stan Turango sitting in the hot seat. Coming through the B side, Joe Tamura and Kim Raymond. This is a true double elimination. Tamura and Raymond must beat Moreno and Turango twice if they want to take home the cash. But Moreno and Turango, they only need to beat Tamura and Raymond once, and they will be the victors. I am your host, Kevin Ross, being joined by Summerfield Habner. Let's see how much money are they actually playing for? What are we talking? Ooh, this is a nice little payout. If they get first place, it's going to be a little over $3,400, $3,410. Second place, $2,150, $2,150. So this is almost a $1,300 match. Even second place pays pretty nice, but they want that first place prize.
What were those numbers? 2150 to what?
3410. Woo! So yeah, $3,410 versus 2150. That's a nice difference. They're playing for a nice bit of cash this set. Nice bit of difference.
Yes, indeed. We got action. And Tamura,
I thought they were starting. They flipped a coin, and then they've decided to go take a break after they flipped a coin.
Like
are they allowed to do that? That should not be allowed. Once you flip the coin, that's it. We're starting. You can't go take a break after you flip the coin.
They psyched you out.
That's okay. Looks like Stan just went over there to get a cup of water. All right, I think we're pretty well close to getting started here. We are coming at you from the beautiful Chinook Casino Resort in Lincoln City, Oregon. Oh, here we go. We are ready to rock and roll.
Tamura Raymond coming off a big win there.
Yep, Kim Raymond with the break. That a dry break?
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, nope. 3, 6, 9, 12, 14. No, they're... Sorry, that is. Yep. I counted the cue ball twice. Dry break. And Stan is not back. He's talking by the water cooler.
Hey, Stan, you're on the clock. The referee just pointed to him. Hey, you, go shoot.
43, 42, 41.
All right, here we go. We are officially underway. Well, we were officially underway when he broke the balls, but all the players are now in the playing area now, at least. All right, Stan giving this a good look, giving it the once over and the twice over and the 3 times over, trying to figure out, do we want solids, do we want stripes, and what's our game plan once we decide?
If you want to watch anybody analyze a table, it's going to be Stan. This is one of the best bar box 8 pool players in the world. And yeah, this early game decision making is, I think, one of the most valuable things that you can learn from a great player.
Yeah, don't just jump into this haphazard and just shoot the first thing that you see. Go into it with a plan. Don't shoot till you have a plan. So, choosing stripes.
I think he's looking at the breakout here off the 9.
So Madalena at the table.
These guys have the hot seat, so they got to get beat twice. Getting through here.
Yes, true double elimination.
I guess maybe that 14 goes past the 3. I couldn't tell if he could get to that whole piece of the ball. Either that or he's looking at coming underneath it, playing the 15 now and coming underneath to break those balls out. I don't know. Maybe he can see it.
Okay.
That is tough to say. He's looking right at it. Could just be playing the ticky off the 3 ball too. Plays it beautifully.
Smooth as butter.
Except, I don't know what it got him. I think he's blocked. Can she see that 13 to play?
No, cannot see the 13.
15 doesn't have a hole. Maybe.
Well, the 15. Well, the 15 does cut to the far corner, I think. But you kind of just digging your hole a little deeper there. He's going for it. Ooh, good effort. All right, brings Joe Tamura to the table. We're looking at solids. Got quite the cluster in the middle of the table here to deal with.
I like going right now. Playing that 4 ball. James telling his girlfriend to duck. They're walking by the cameras, and he's 2 feet taller than her. Every time. Do you try to play this breakout right now off the 4?
Off the 4, not likely. Maybe
like the 6?
Maybe the 6.
The 4 scares me with that side pocket right there. You got a backboard with the 15. I like the 6 ball too. You're coming into a bigger piece of that stack as well. I don't think he meant to miss that ball.
Well, now with that 6 ball there, he has something to shoot off of. Looks like he can just see enough of that 15 to make it.
Still got to deal with that 8 ball. Got to deal with the 12. Does that 12 pass?
I think the 12 will go off the rail off the 6.
Okay. Already seen him play 1 ticky in that corner. If I do, I'll have him get a hold of it.
Feel free to give him my number.
Okay.
Or let me know that he wants half of them. So
Yeah.
I think he will.
Yeah, we'll do.
All right, let's see what Stan had in mind here. I mean, well, we know what he had in mind. He showed us. He pointed it out to us.
So he's playing the breakout here. He must have more of a pocket than it looks like.
He's playing the 12, off the rail, off the 6. Then the 11 will be the breakout on the. Oh,
There you go.
Well, he had the perfect angle on the 11.
That's a perfect line. That ball just didn't fall.
Hey, Snooker, welcome.
Snooker sure wants a lot of billiards or a lot of pool. I guess there's not as much available snooker here. I've been seeing a lot of that black ball on TV. I work in a bar and I pre-program all the TVs in the bar to play pool to my coworkers' delight. And yeah, that's what I've been seeing the most of.
Speaking of billiards, I was having fun watching a lot of the Korean three-cushion billiards. It's popped up on YouTube lately.
Hmm.
It's a team format, which was a lot of fun. Uh, Especially the women teams. Like have Ga Young Kim playing and some
Cool.
others. It's a lot of fun.
The creativity in that game is remarkable.
The shots I was seeing them make were blowing my mind.
Yep. That they just treat like hangers.
Yes.
Huh.
Keep playing.
Playing this-
I'm not sure what he's doing. Maybe he's just trying to just pocket that 12 to play a safety. I think that's what he was trying to do. He's just trying to get safe, and well, he's
Done it.
done that. I think. I don't know if he's left the 12.
Yeah, I think she's got to kick this ball if she's playing the 12. And I like that. I mean, he's got a chance of making it. You got a chance of jumping it too. It's a pretty simple jump, and you got the backside of that 6 as a backboard. Looks like if you can just clip the edge of the 12.
Looks like she's shooting it straight in. So I guess it goes.
Stan was already unscrewing a jump cue for her. All right, a little swerve on that ball and knocks the 12 in the way. Unfortunately, the 4-6 wired up pretty good.
Yeah, they do go.
And this isn't a time that I like to play safe on Stan. At this point, the 3 ball gets you right on the 1 ball, and you got a pretty easy breakout from the 1.
Well, at this point, you don't need to break out anything. You shoot the 1, the 5 goes in that right side. The 2, then the 2 goes in this bottom corner, or basically the bottom corner.
Yep.
Everything goes. No need to break anything out.
You get the line?
She came up just a little bit short of the straight in line. So if he shoots the 1, he's looking at the 4-6, which is perfectly fine. If he were to shoot the 1, he would be bumping the 8 a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's looking at the 4-6. He wants to deal with that since he's in a good position to do so.
I like leaving the 4-6 because you can make that from anywhere.
We'll leave that as your little insurance policy, your backup plan.
Hmm. But I also like that if you want to try and get better on the 1, if you want to try and get on the top side of that 1, you can use this now. Just don't want to overhit this 4 and end up blocking that pocket. Clears the pocket with the 12.
Yeah, that opens up another pocket for the 2 ball to go in also.
Yeah.
Get your transactions done, and let's get the party going.
Just checking out some available options. Looking at, does he want to play for like a straight in on the 1 and shoot a stop shot? He was checking out what kind of angle he would have on the 5. He was looking at the 2-5 combo.
Looks like you might be looking at the 1 in the side here.
It's possible.
Or
But
you're thinking the 2 ball?
Yes. No, I mean, it's possible he was playing for the side, but he's got the angle where the cue ball's going into the 8 if he was playing for the side. The corner pocket's still available. Might be a bit much to hold the cue ball. Might be a little bit too much of an angle. Might be forced to run into these whether they wanted to or not.
I like the 1-5-7. Save your 2.
Yeah, 1-5-7. Yeah, this might be a little steep for the corner pocket if you're trying to hold the cue ball. It's kind of the wrong angle for the 1 in the side. I think you just shoot the 1 in the side with follow. It's gonna run. It's gonna brush off the 8. It's gonna go forward for the 7 ball next. Go 1 to the 7. Because we don't.
Looking at the table, it looks like you can just roll past it.
You think so? Looks to me like he's gonna hit these balls. He did.
All the way down to the 7.
Yeah, now the 2 ball is still available. And then the 5 ball on the side. And they're out. Picking their way through this rack nicely if he gets good on this 2. It's all about this 2 ball now.
Looks like that 11 is hampering him being able to play the 2 away and take the 5 in the side. So it looks like you probably are going to end up going into that 5-8.
Yeah, you might be right about that.
Looks like he was kind of looking at that narrow line. But yeah, that the last thing you want to do is get behind that 11 ball.
Do the mini tournaments run all week or just certain days? I'm not sure. Do you have any intel on that, Summer?
The way the minis have been is as soon as they have tables, they're running them. So tonight is going to be a good night for minis. We're kind of finishing up with Scotch doubles. There's less teams playing. Singles doesn't start till tomorrow, so minis should be running all night. Anytime you're early on in the division, most of the tables are going to be taken. So singles, first couple days, tables are going to be taken till real late. But I haven't heard them taking signups yet, but I would imagine it's coming right up. Man, are you trying to do this light and risk getting stuck on the 8, or are you trying to pop it and move that 5 ball?
So that's the kind of thing you have to be at the table to really have a feel for it.
That's what I was afraid of, is that 5 getting stuck on the rail.
Oh, I think he's okay.
Looks like he's got a cut on it.
I think he's got a cut on the 5 to the side. I think he's okay.
It's in.
It is. But these are elite division players in the finals.
Should be no problem.
They should be able to handle this.
And it looks like he's going to be taking the 8 in the same side.
He's fearless.
Fearless Tamura. He's playing with inside it. I don't think he's actually going to come down that foot rail.
Oh.
That's what I don't like about taking that shot soft. A little bit of push forward and you're in trouble. All right, we'll stand with a big decision here. You're going to push through the 11 and come around. So he's just going to go over to that left side rail and back out.
Looks pretty straight. It might just be a stop shot. Can't tell for sure.
He missed it.
That's twice in one tournament Stan has missed. Holy cow.
Wow. You are not going to see that every day. And again, that's no matter what level you play at, you get a little bit of finals jitters. So a couple misses here early. You won't be seeing much of that the rest of the rack.
Let's cut this in. Come 3 rails around for the 8 in the corner.
Yeah. Nice shot.
And Robert's your father's brother.
I like that one.
Table 57, Bill Meade and Brian Karsten, both going to 4.
This is Joe Tamura looking to take down rack 1.
Look at that long bridge. Whew. All right.
Never a doubt.
Tamura and Raymond.
Taking a 1-0 lead. Again, they've got to try and beat these guys twice. Stan and Madalena undefeated so far.
True double elimination.
Yeah, big shout out to Chinook Wins. Again, if you guys are liking what you're seeing into this 2023 Western BCA Championship action, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. It's going to let you know when we go live. There will be a ton of pool action coming at you all week long. 1 week left to go. Single starting tomorrow? I was looking for brackets earlier. I haven't seen anything posted. Again, all the brackets for this event on
CompuSport.
CompuSport, that's the one. I was about to say AccuRec.
WesternBCA.org.
And the CompuSport app, pretty user-friendly, easy to download, totally free. Doesn't scratch. Does she get a ball? Dry break.
Is that the first time she's come up with a dry break? Man, she breaks those good.
12, 15.
That's the first time I've seen a dry break from her.
Yep.
Seeing all kinds of firsts here. Stan missed a ball. Madalena came up dry on the break.
I know.
All right, Joe Tamura at the table. Looking things over. So you could make either one work. You can make stripes or solids work. But I think for the stripes, the 9-ball is going to be the deciding factor, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So that 9-ball just doesn't have a pocket. It doesn't go to the corners or the side. So he's going to take solids. And when the table is open, you are allowed to shoot a solid into a stripe and vice versa. So,
Man,
Joe,
sorry, that was the only thing I was thinking, though, is don't let that 9 creep in the way of the 7. Because, I mean, it's no problem, but that's just the only funky thing that could have happened there. And it looks like you might still have room.
and if not, they got the 6 and then to the 1, to the 7. You know, if he doesn't have a shot on the 7, it's not the end of the world. He can come back to it.
Yep. Anytime you get up by that side pocket, though, I like to get rid of those early, especially that close to the rail. Eight ball's still in a little bit of a finicky spot, too.
So while they powwow, let's go over the rules real quick. We are playing CSI Rules 8-ball. This is alternate break and rack your own. According to CSI rules, it is always open after the break. The 8 on the break is not a win or a loss, and it is call, ball, and pocket.
Had that whole ball.
What are you worried about over there? You're nervous Nelly.
Nervous Nelly, that's right. Left Joe a little steep here, but looks like playing the 4-ball next. I think that's what they were talking about, is the 8, because they just don't. Not sure exactly what they want to do with that. Doesn't look like it passes into that upper left-hand corner pocket, right? And
No.
they got to cut if they get to the center of the table. And that might
Yes,
just
center
be,
of the table, cuts to that bottom right corner on the screen.
Yeah, I wouldn't get too married to that 4-ball either. I mean, you can play the 6.
I'm looking at starting with the 6, just kind of working counterclockwise around the table. 6, 1, and then the 5. Come down for the 4 and the 3, whichever order you want. And up to the middle of the table for the 8. But,
I think he was trying to leave him for the 3 so that he could nudge the 8-ball. Again, at some point it's just worth not moving stuff like you're saying and just getting yourself in a position where you can make the ball. But at this point, you got to get on this top side of the table to play the 8, because the 8 doesn't go anything on the top side of the table. And you don't want to be leaving the 3-ball here to get back up there. It's a lot of blocking balls. He's got most of the ball. Looks like he's trying to draw off this. Hits that really nice. So he did have enough of the ball to control that. Gets him good on the 6-ball. If the 1 passes the 9-ball in the lower right-hand corner pocket, I think he'll try and leave him there so he can just follow that all the way down. I don't know if it does, though. One does play in the side pocket. I think you got the line to spin over off the, off that left side rail on the monitor, on the screen, and back out for the 1. He's running around. Overruns it and gets tree-topped over the 9-ball, so no choice but to shoot the 1-ball. And now he's stuck over a ball. That's a tricky spot to be in with only 2 balls left.
Oof. That's all I got to say about that.
Right?
Oof.
Oof. Yeah, this looks like trouble to me.
Looks like trouble to anybody.
Wow, fires that ball.
What a
Look outside
shot.
pocket.
Get out of there.
And back
Right
behind
back where he
line.
started.
He
Oh,
returned the favor.
man.
Boy, oh boy.
It's like, hey, I made a shot from here. Well,
Yeah.
I don't see why you can't.
All right, 3-rail kick, 4-rail kick.
Oof.
Yikes.
Well, the 3 goes in that left side pocket. Just kick 2 rails behind it. 3 in that left side on screen.
Yeah, you kind of got to go for a win here, too. I mean, just kicking into this ball, that 9 ball sitting right by the side pocket, it's just so easy for them to regain footing. There's no leave them long in this situation. You got to try and cut that 3 ball in.
I didn't see where he called it. Is he calling it to the corner?
I don't think he has called it yet, but I'm pretty sure he's going to call. He might
Okay.
be looking at the side there.
Yep, he's going at my shot. Yep, he called the side.
Does he have a full pocket from there?
Yeah, there's a path.
What's nice about that is it's easier for him to hit full on the ball and hopefully stick the cue ball down there. Wow, look at this shot. Get in the hole, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Tamura. Wow. Highlight reel. Highlight reel. Beautiful shot. Does that 8 ball pass the 12-14? No. He's got to bank this ball.
Let's watch
Look
this
at this
again.
two-railer. Beautiful full shot. Did he graze that ball?
It even grazed the
It
10 on
grazed
the
the
way
10.
in. Look at that
I knew he
shot.
didn't have a full pocket. No, he probably did. Oh, he's playing off the 12.
Watch that cue ball though. That cue ball can be kind of ping pong in or pinball in into that side pocket over there.
Now, is it legal to do 2 trick shots in a row in the CSI format?
It is in the finals.
In the finals, they allow that.
You're allowed 1 in the preliminary matches and 2 in the finals. Oops, sorry about that. Wrong button. I was trying to switch to this camera angle.
So the trouble with how he's hitting it is he was putting draw on that ball in it, and you could see it just transfer that top to the 8 ball. Just barely rolled past. Excellent effort. What a shot by Joe Tamura to get him there. And that brings Stan to the table. Pretty wide open rack here. Want to make sure you get on that 13. I mean, maybe the 13's your key ball if you feel good. He was trying to get her over there then. The good news is he left a nice angle to get on that 13. I like playing 11 to the 13 here.
All right.
She goes around that way. I like that. Stands pretty straight on this 12. He does have enough to get to the side rail, though, it looks like. Looks like he's planning on drawing out. Just drawn into the open area for the 10-15 on the side. Follow either one of these balls, hoping for the 13 next.
Yeah, they're in good, sitting pretty nice now.
I'm not sure she's not going to get behind that 8 ball following the 10 here. Looks like she's drawn off this 10 to take the 15 next.
Yeah, but I like going to the 13 next.
You liked waiting until the shot?
She had perfect to roll forward to the 13.
I was worried
It
about
was-
her angle getting stuck behind the 8.
No, she was dead straight on it. She could have just
Was
rolled
she?
forward.
Yeah, because this is a tricky. He's going to draw off this. All right.
Yeah, it's going to just drop right in there. Nice soft draw. I'm just going to drop right in behind that 8.
Look at that. Wow.
What a nice touch. Look at that.
Barely catches the outside of that pocket.
Hit it sweet,
Hit
as
it
they
perfect.
as they like to say.
All right. She's pretty straight here, but looks like she's got a little angle to pop out for Stan. At this point, if I'm Stan, I don't want her forcing anything. Leave me the back cut. Leave me anything. Just make that ball.
Just let me see the 8.
Yeah.
Pocket the 13 and let me see the 8. Just like that.
Perfect.
If I was Stan, that's what I'd be saying. Perfect.
Yep. Very nice shot, Madalena. Stan to close. His first look at an 8 ball. Not rolling nothing. He's going to fire this ball in. Back of the pocket, Stan Turango.
Nicely done.
Excellent little out there. Man, oh man, after that 2-railer, almost makes the carom. That's an exciting rack. This is a good final so far. 1-1. I look up every time.
Let's look at that shot again. Man,
Man.
nice.
Catches the edge of that ball perfect. It's pretty incredible. Head ball break again. Made a ball the first time. Both teams using a head ball break right now.
A lot of top spin.
A lot of top.
Not
Try break.
Not as good a spread this time.
Yeah, I mean, hooked on a ball. This is one of the rare times that not making a ball with a head ball break doesn't feel really costly. I mean, it's a tough call to make. Stan looking at the combo. 7-5 available. 4-2 looks makeable. They're frozen, but looks like he can push that towards a corner pocket if he wants to. Stan looking at jacking up that 7-5. That's tricky. I like following this ball. He's jumping. That's what he was looking at, not jacking up and playing the combo, looking at the jump. So Stan's got two decisions here. He can either land directly on that ball, or he can jump the ball off the table. That's about it. Sometimes you can flop and you can kind of double bounce on your way, but he's really got to hit right into this thing. That's a pretty long jump for a full ball jump, and really has to, the trajectory's got to land right on that 5. Beautiful shot.
Perfecto.
He didn't overhit it. I mean, a huge part of the jump shot is just trusting yourself getting over the ball. You get a little antsy and overhit that and get in trouble real quick. You're going to see the 3 in the side next. 7 balls still not looking great, but you can use the 2-4 to get down there. Like to take the 6 in that same side too. A little easier working from there. It's a really nice shot.
Nice shot. Center of the pocket. I think that 3 goes. I think the 3 goes.
Yeah, and that's a chance to deal with the 7 if you want to move it, but I don't know that Stan wanted to move it.
No, the 7 goes in the same pocket. You can draw around 2 rails around, or 1 or 2 rails around it.
I just think he was probably thinking about using the 4-2 to get down to it as opposed to getting in that tight little area.
Yeah, you can draw around the 7-14 for the 7 in the same pocket, come up for the 1 ball on the side, and the 1 gets you to the 2-4.
Mm-hmm.
And then to the 8 in the corner.
That just feels tight to me.
Yeah, so he's going to go, like you said, using the. He's planning on using the 2-4 to get to the 7.
Yeah, and at this point, I think he's having her shoot the combo. He's on the right side of it. It's pushing that 4 towards the pocket. So even though it's lined up looking like a little high, that looks lined up high, doesn't it? Yeah, I think you'll see her hit about quarter to half ball here,
Thanks, Aaron. It's good to be back.
which makes it a little easier to control the speed to play the 1 ball next, if you want to. But it's probably going to be 4, 2, 7, 1, 8. That's what I like from here.
It all depends how it lands after this combination is really what it comes down to. So, you shoot the combo, reevaluate.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we are going to reevaluate what we're doing here with this 287 cluster here.
Just overhit that ball a little bit. Yeah. 2 looks like it plays off the backside of the 8, but it looks like it might push the 8 in the way of the 7 ball.
Yeah.
Wow. Just touches that ball in there, leaves a cut on the 7. Unless that 8 blocked it. Did it get on top of it?
I can't tell if they're frozen. I think there's a gap. I'm looking at the shadows on the table. I think there's a gap.
She doesn't look thrilled. I mean, if she can make that ball, they're looking good. You got to watch for the scratch in the center in the corner. But
Yeah, I don't think the scratch is on. In fact, I'd be drawn off the 14 here.
man, yep, I guess we'll see. That 8 ball looks huge and ominous from there.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure she has a shot on the 7.
56. Alex Vogel and Melissa Stimson.
Looks like she's playing safe.
Yeah,
She is. Okay.
Melissa goes to 3.
Okay.
puts a 7 right in front of the pocket.
Stan gave her the thumbs up, and now they're
Yeah.
high-fiving.
Because, yeah, they still got their work cut out for him here. That 9,
Yes.
15, 12 is not a walk in the park.
Maybe like Central Park at night, maybe, but yeah.
I mean, Joe could consider playing safe here.
Yeah, I could. Absolutely.
I like playing the 11 if you're comfortable making that ball, but if you're risking making it at all, I definitely would play safe. I think he's going to play the 11, though. That 12 breaks out the 115-9, but there's just no guarantees about what's going to happen. You get
Yeah,
yourself finicky, and they got that 7 ball hanging.
Well, the 9-15 combination plays up into the far corner, so you don't really need to break them out. You just have to get on it. So you can shoot the 11, then shoot the 10. The 10 gets you to that 9-15 combination, and from there it's
I like that.
pretty open.
11, 10, 9, 15.
Yes.
Yeah.
Justin Cotter and Michaela Diaz. Justin goes to 5. Michaela goes to 3.
Playing safe.
It's playing safe. Nothing wrong with that.
As long as he doesn't leave a gap to
As
that
long as he
7
doesn't
ball.
leave a gap to that 7 ball. Exactly right.
I don't think he did. I think he's got to swerve that ball if he wants to try and make it. However, I mean, there's a cut on the 1 ball here, too. That 1 cut's in the lower left-hand corner pocket.
Are you and Joel going to Vegas for Banks?
I don't know if we're going to make it to Vegas for Banks. I'm not. I think they just did that U.S. Open. I don't think I'm going to be able to afford to make it down there. I love playing in that tournament, though, man. I love Griff's, and Banks is one of my favorite games out there.
Is he cutting the 1 to the corner?
Yeah. He's calling the 1 up there. Wow.
Oh.
Oh, no way.
Double. This would count. If it falls, it counts. If that would have fallen, it would have counted.
Are we going to highlight reel that anyway?
Sure. Let's do
That's
it.
pretty sweet. And that does complicate things. The 14 still goes in, let's see, the lower right-hand corner pocket, but it no longer will go because that 1 didn't fall.
Let's look at it from this side. If that kisses it in, it would have counted.
Oh.
So close.
It's wild. I like playing the 10 to the 14 right now. I know it's a little bit touchy, but, I mean, if you make that, this rack is pretty over. The 8 ball is still something to think about, but I think it passes the 7 in that lower right-hand corner. What do you think?
The light says, not surprised to see Joe Tamura in the final. Not surprised to see any of these guys in the final, or gals.
Drawn right down for the 14, overhit it.
And a bump for
gets
perfect.
A bump.
Okay, not for perfect, but
Bump for something.
yeah, I don't know. I think might have to go with Plan B here. Shoot like the
Reset and
12
shoot
or
the
something.
13.
Or 13 or 12, one of those.
I like playing the 13 to get back in line right now.
All right.
The 12 still feels like I'm flying around the table a little bit. Yep. He's like, I'm already here. I don't want to get away from it.
Nick Turkeyville, Dustin Mouton. Nick goes to 3, Dustin goes to 5.
James just letting us know that the singles brackets are up, so anybody interested, go to CompuSport or the Western BCA site. Is that what you said?
Yes. WesternBCA.org is where you go.
You can find all those singles brackets. Playing the 12 ball.
Getting on the
Missed
coming
that
down
point.
for the 14.
Got down for the 14 beautifully.
Perfect. Just don't get straight in, and he's not straight in. That's
Nice.
perfect. I mean, that's like ball and hand position down here on this ball.
Where's that 8 ball going? Does it pass?
Looks like the 8 ball does pass the 7. I think it does. From this camera angle, it looks like it does. Let's see. From this angle, I'm not quite as sure.
In that case, I think 11 is my key ball, so I like 14. I was going to go up for the 10, but
Oh, interesting. I would have thought he'd have drawn 2 rails out of there. It's an interesting choice. Okay.
like
This is
he's
fine.
thinking 14, 15, 13, 11, 10. 15, 13. Yeah. I mean, 10's a good key ball.
Is it? I mean, you got to get on the left side of the table.
I would prefer the 11 ball as the key ball.
I would prefer the 11 for the key, so you can go. Yeah.
We're down for the 13 next. It's pretty easy to play 13 to the 10 to the 11, but that's a lot of back and forth here.
Yeah,
I think
they're going 13, 11, 10, which they'll make it work. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you just got to leave yourself a good angle.
Yep. Oh.
We were wrong.
All right,
All right.
2 rails around, 11 in the side, which gives you the perfect angle to come down for the 8. So like we said, 11 is the key ball.
I'm a little relieved to be able to shoot a full stroke shot on this too. Oh, and he can go 2 rails around. He's
Just
not even
don't
drawn.
brush the 7. Okay, good. I was afraid you'd brush the 7 and cause it to block the 8.
Perfect shot by Joe Tamura.
Absolutely.
Just got to make sure you follow this ball. Getting a little close to your work. This is one where I like to follow all the way down to the foot rail and back out as opposed to just try and hold.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really easy to get a little too far underneath it. He hit that good, though. Still leaving a back cut. No problem for Joe, though.
Yeah, he wasn't 100% confident with the angle it was going. He was worried it might catch the 1 ball or something like that, so he didn't want to take any chances. He just wanted to soft roll it. But yeah, normally you would want to go the rail and back up.
He's out.
Nicely
2-1 lead.
done. Picking their way through that rack.
Mr. Stan Turango to rack here. Wonder if they're going to alternate break. Didn't drop a ball last time. Let's see if they can fix that this time. All our sponsors out there.
Be sure to show some appreciation to our Fun Day sponsors. And if you're in Seattle, go check out the Ox Billiards.
Yeah, they sure are awesome. So staying here, taking a good long look at the rack, good long look at the head ball. Not choosing to use a template rack though, and that's something that I'll never understand. I don't understand hard rack for anything.
Yeah, exactly right. If you're allowed to use a template rack, why would you not?
Yeah.
Because you just get such a better spread, such a better break with them.
Sticking with that
But,
head ball.
you know, when you break as good as Madalena Moreno does, it don't matter.
Right? Oh, only seen one dry break so far. Unfortunately, sucks right in that side. And that would have been a dry break again.
I go and say nice things about your break, Madalena, and you go and you do that.
Well, that was the drier break. Giving up all in hand here.
Now, does that 7 go?
I kind of like playing the 7 right now because it looks like you can push through if you're not worried about hitting the 9. Just play it now and it's smooth sailing from there. Just got to make sure you don't tie up the 4 with the 9 ball. 2 ball might not pass through that window either. The 13-8. Still some things to think about.
On screen, it looks like the 2 has just enough room to squeeze through that 8-13. Now he's going to stripes. Okay. He's just going to roll forward, bump that 9 out, and once that 9 is bumped out, then all the stripes are open. So this is a nice choice. I like this. And you'll have the 12 as a backup ball if he doesn't get a shot on the 9.
I think that's the move too. It's so easy to get caught up in thinking balls that are close together are tied up. And yeah, they were 1 shot away from a wide open rack. And with ball in hand, that's very doable. 8 ball's in a great position. Probably 12-13 here. Little draw stroke.
Yep, that's perfect.
Like to deal with a 9 ball where you're down here.
Yeah, because the 10 ball, I mean, yeah, the 10 ball is your key ball. You know, the 14, 15, 10 is your last 3 balls. So, yeah, 13, 9, 14, 15, 10, 8, I guess.
Yeah, I like that too. And again, you kind of see that clockwise pattern. I think people get married to like one half of the table than the other, but oftentimes just kind of working around the table works really well.
Wow, he got a hold of that one, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's that carbon fiber. It'll do it.
At this point, 14, 9, 15. The 15 is so makeable from so many parts of the table. You can go 14, 15 right now, but I want to deal with that 9 ball. I do not want to leave it any longer.
I think you go 14, 15 here.
Do you?
And then 9, 10.
Well, they thought the same. Gets on the 15. I mean, I like that.
Right, they're going 10, 9, and then 8. Okay. Just seems the 9 to the 8 could be tricky.
Totally.
I mean, if you get on the left-hand side of the table on screen, like near that side pocket, you can go 1 rail up. You know, the cue ball comes down to the bottom rail and then up between the 7-5 for the 8 in the bottom right corner.
Yeah. I feel like I have a lot bigger margin for error shooting the 9 to the 10 than the 9 to the 8. Even though the 10's on the high side of that pocket, I feel like I can make the 10 and leave myself for the 8 a lot easier than... I mean, that 4 ball is just, it's blocking a little bit of your path to come back across off that rail. They look like they're thinking 15-10.
Oh, where it landed, I think the 9 ball is where they're going.
Yeah, I think that's a shot. pretty straight here. Just want to draw to the middle of the table. Not really worried. Just don't want to overdraw and end up behind the 3.
That would be oh, and don't miscue either. Oh man.
Yeah. Ooh,
Wow.
rough miscue. That was a pretty long bridge and a little elevated. Boy, and wide open table here for Stan Turango. 2-ball does pass the 8. At this point, it's just connect the dots.
Yeah, 3-6-1, and then we'll come back down here to take care of these balls. Probably after the 3-6-1, probably the 2 next, and then 7-4-5, something like that. But you know, there's multiple ways to do it. That's just what came to mind first.
And this is kind of a funky little spot.
Yeah, got a little bit of an awkward angle here.
1 ball, very makeable. We just got to put that corner pocket out of your mind.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a stretch for Madalena to reach it, I think.
Yeah, that is a long stretch. That's either a left-handed person or a tall person's game. It's got a pretty straight line on the 4 ball. 4 is the other option here.
Chip Daddy calling for a clock. It is 8:49 p.m. Pacific time. Thanks for asking.
Had a question about the gold finals. Do we have the gold finals going on bonus day? Have you gotten word about that?
There's a bunch of finals that are going on. They're going to be scheduled on top of each other, so I'm not sure what's playing where at this point.
Okie doke. We will try to keep you covered. Yep. You said hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We'll let you know every time we go live, and we get the bonus day coverage as well. So go to Railbirds TV. That's where you'll be able to find the links to all this. Every time I've seen her look at it, she's liking the looks of down table a lot more.
Yeah, there's no law that says she has to shoot this 1. She can shoot this 4 or something else, and we can come back to it.
Yeah.
And there's actually not a lot of risk shooting this 4. Who steered that ball in? She did.
Mm-hmm.
But she hit that perfect, actually. That was a nice shot.
Got right through that gap. Didn't get stuck down there. At this point, you just got to make sure you get on the good side of the 6 ball. You don't want to be taking that combo. It's a little far out of the pocket for my liking. Stan making sure he's leaving her beautifully. Just perfect. You just got to hit the center of this cue ball and let it roll. It's going to look at great. Oh, man.
That's right where Stan left her a minute ago.
Yeah.
So here, you deal with this. Yeah, you like it.
Yeah. I think Stan's going to take the 1 ball here. 1 ball, wrap around 2 rails for the 6 ball in the same pocket. He's looking at the 6 on the side. Also a very makeable shot. He's got a really wide pocket there. These side pockets, the largest pockets on the table. It looks like he's pushing around 3 rails to take the 1 next.
Well, they're large pockets when you shoot, from the middle of the table. When you come at them from an angle, they're not so large anymore.
They shrink up real quick, don't they?
He made it look like a bucket, though, didn't he?
Yeah. Didn't run around, just drew into that head rail and back out. She's got a perfect little angle to get back on the 2. She'd like to leave herself on the high side of the 2 ball.
This looks perfect.
Beautiful. Stan's going to put a little draw stroke on this ball.
Looks like he might have just a slight bit of angle. Might shoot this with a high ball, one rail to the unrail and back up.
Yeah, that does look like what he's lining up for. I thought he was a little more straight than that.
Oh, don't bump it. Oh.
Around it. That's a big bump right there. That baby bump turned into a big bump.
All right, Johnny Archer sliced this 8 in. Cue ball goes back and forth 8 times. Boom, 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 boom.
Yep.
Or
Shoot.
she could just bank it.
The bank is just so on from here, but calling the cut.
She's cutting. All right, well let's look at it from this angle
It's
then.
definitely the sign of a pro.
I definitely prefer the cut.
Yeah.
If it's me at the table. I mean, I'm only speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for anybody else.
Gets all the way down on that ball. She's got a good line on it. Little distance between the rails, so she's got a little bit of forgiveness here. Really still got to hit that ball thin. Can't overcut it.
Yeah, play to overcut it.
Yeah.
Don't
Look
scratch.
outside pocket. Look out.
He's going to scratch. He
No,
scratched.
man. Heartbreaker.
Well, Madalena, you can blame Stan for that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a tough bump. Not much to think about here, but yeah, wanting to make sure you don't complicate a very simple puzzle.
I wouldn't even mind shooting this with follow. You know, shooting the 9 to the far corner and following forward.
Yeah. That'll do. They're going to make him shoot it, though.
As they should.
As they should. Yeah, I think you always should. I don't always, but I think they should. Derby City made a rule about that this year. What'd you think of that one?
As it should be.
Agreed. Unenforceable, but as it should be.
It's more of a token gesture, I guess. Yeah, it's not really enforced, but
Well, a 3-1 lead now. That's a big deal. What do you think? Are you foreseeing the double dip? Are you foreseeing 2 sets here?
well, you know what they say. You know, in a true double elimination, the first set favors the team coming through the B side, and the second set favors a team that was on the A side.
Yep, we definitely see a lot of 2-match finals. And right now, looking good. 3-1's a good place to be. 3-1 and break-in is an even better place to be. Let's see if they adjust and get away from that head ball break. Have you noticed I've been thinking a lot about the break lately? I got so sick of breaking dry, and my second ball break still gives me a lot of clusters, but it just kills me to dry break.
Zach
Breaks my
Marlowe
heart.
and Nicole Denisi waiting in the hot seat.
I
Their
know.
opponents in the Gold Scotch doubles finals.
Yeah, I hope we get to do that one. I love those guys. What a tournament they must have had to get there. Joe Tamura to break. Head ball. I'm going to start taking bets on the break. Any takers out there? That's a good looking break, and it seemed like he eased up a little bit. Didn't put all his power into that. That's a good looking break. That right there is the best argument for a head ball break. Well played. Looks like 4. Does the 2 pass the 14-9 there? If you can play 4-2, or if not, then it's 4-5-3-2.
Yeah, 4-5-3-2, and then that 1-7.
Yeah, because the 1 doesn't pass the 15.
I mean, might play the combination into the side, the 1-7 or 7-1. I mean, if you're going from the 3 to the 2, going forward from the 2, you'd probably be on that right-hand side, probably playing the 7-1 combo.
I kind of like playing the 2, 6, and then 7 in the lower right-hand corner pocket.
2 to the 6. Does that 6 go to the left corner?
6 goes in the upper right-hand corner.
The way you're looking at the table or on the screen here?
On the screen here.
Okay. So 2 to the 6, are you going to draw over between the 113?
From this angle, it's... yeah.
Actually, I think they kind of have to. With this angle, I think they have to go between the 113 at this point.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you can push past it. The 6 does go in that upper left-hand corner pocket, though, also. Yeah, this looks like it's probably going to be a punch shot. It's pretty scary punching towards that side pocket. That's a big hole right there. Catches the front side of that pocket. Darn it. Did a great job navigating, getting through the gap. Barely missing that ball. Wide open table here for these guys. All right, 15-10. I like 15-10, 12. Yeah, and from the 12, I mean, you can play 9, 14, 13. I like the 13 as my key ball.
Yeah, that's looking pretty automatic from here. That's kind of the roadmap here.
That's the dream.
Madalena sees something different. She was just going to play for the 13 next.
Held for the 13, yep.
Stan will just draw her for this 12 next.
Yep. Or play the combo.
Playing the combination? I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. Okay.
I guess that just, it really shows you, I mean, how much control feels like he's got. If you're not worried about that combo at all.
A dead stop shot for the 13 on the side.
Yeah.
Okay.
From here, I'd like to say 13 to the 12 because I don't want her having to get all the way back from the 12 to the 14.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Stan's just going to leave her a stop shot on this 12, and he'll take the long cut on the 8. You going to try and draw through that? Or past the 1? I think he's got to draw through that little trap.
I was just going to bump the 8 a little bit.
Got her a little offline.
Now we're in kind of
now we wait.
iffy. We're in iffy territory now.
If she can put a draw stroke on this ball and come over and back, she's just fine. Looks like she's following. Look out for this corner pocket here. This just opens up so big off this ball.
She's missed the scratch, but she's also missed the object ball. Oh, yeah. Man.
So overcut it a little bit. And I think if she would have cut that ball a little fatter, I think she would have scratched. It was tight.
It was, that corner pocket was looming large.
But look at this. This is tough action here. We've got a back cut combo, or you have a carom off the 2.
Yeah, back cut combo.
Back cut combo it is.
Yeah, it's not the easiest of shots, but he's a player. He's able to handle this.
Trouble with that, though, is you're just coming at it all from this tough side of it. That back cut, you're still pushing the ball towards that corner, so you really got to put a cut on this ball. Yeah, he's looking at that line, and I'm worried about your cue ball.
Yeah, it's a little more of a cut than it looks on screen. On screen, it looks pretty much just what are you guys worried about, but looking at the table, it actually is a little bit of a cut. So
Yeah, can we show that other angle? I think you can see it.
yeah, this is a bit of a back cut.
And he does have distance
Actually,
between it.
see, he's shooting a 7 to the corner.
He might be.
It looks like he's shooting
Doesn't
a
like
7.
it at all.
Doesn't it look like he's shooting a 7 to the corner?
Yes, it does. I think he was worried about the scratch. I think he felt like he had to. Oh, man. Yep. I mean, if he makes it, you're looking good. Still no walk in the park, but that was a tough decision.
That just shows you that the shot in real life at the table looked a lot different than it did on screen. On screen, it looked like, what are you, crazy? That's just it's a dead combo to the side. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Is how it looks on screen. But at the table, it looked different. Who wafer thin,
Wow.
wafer thin, and it's dead perfect. Look at that shot.
Judged it really well, though. Right into the full side of that one ball.
Table 72, Dimitri and Mel Felton. Dimitri goes to 5, Mel goes to 3.
Right. Beautiful finish there. All right, 3-2.
Yep, gets one back. Neck and neck here. 3-2, race to 6.
And we are coming to you live here from the 2023 Western BCA Championship here in the Chinook Winds Casino and Resort, Lincoln City, Oregon. Huge shout out to those guys. Thank you for having us. It's a wonderful weekend to be indoors.
Yes, and thank you to the Chinook Winds for everything you do for the Western BCA. Greatly appreciated. Speaking of appreciation, so show some appreciation to these Fun Day sponsors. And when you're in Seattle, show some appreciation to Ox Billiards. Go check them out.
What other pool halls we got up there? We got the Trough.
Players Sports Bar and Grill in Kennewick. Players Sports Bar and Grill in Everett.
Legends.
Side
And-
Pocket. Rose City Billiard Club.
Here we go. Sticking with that head ball break.
Madalena, the monster to break. Madalena, monster break Moreno.
Hits that ball really square.
Oh, she got robbed.
Get in there, 3-ball.
That 11
what I'm
was
saying.
that 11 bobbled in and out. She got robbed twice.
She's hitting that ball so well, and there's no payout. This is a perfect break for your opponent. I can't wrap my head around it. And I say that from experience because I've tried really hard to wrap my head around it.
Solids look good. Starting with the 7, roll forward for that 2 ball. 2 ball gets you on the 6. Maybe.
And then use the 4 to get back up table.
Or maybe 7, roll forward to the 4, get up table from there for the 3 and the 1 and the 5.
I kind of like
the 2 and the 6 and the 8.
I like using or getting on the 4 from the 7 because it's the only real. It's not tough. It's just tough to get to something afterwards. And while you got options. Oh no, Joe Tamura missed that ball.
I think he was worried about his position on either the 2 or the 4, whichever one he was playing for, and just took his eye off the ball for a split second.
Shot that one pretty quick.
All right, table's still open.
Giving the dry break right back to Stan here. Apparently he doesn't like taking the 4 now. I don't understand why you wouldn't start with the 4 from this angle. 4 just seems so evident. And like you said, the biggest reason is because he wants to use the 2 to get on the 6. If he's got another idea what to do with the 6, and he must. Is he trying to carry through it to bump those balls? He was.
Trying to bump that 6 out and just didn't quite get it. So, talking about Joe Tamura, and chat says he jumped up. I have a theory about that.
What's that?
And that is, correlation does not equal causation. Just because people jump up when they miss shots, people think, oh, the reason you missed a shot is because you jumped up. I think it's the other way around. I think you jump up because you know you missed it.
Well, you talked about steering that one in. I think it's the same thing with steering it. People are like, oh, you missed because you steered. No, I think a lot of people realize what they did after they hit the ball, and then that body.
Yeah, because your brain is reacting, lightning fast, even faster than you can think. Your brain already knows you missed it. That's why you're jumping up or steering or whatever.
Yeah. I'm not saying that people don't miss balls because they jump up, but I don't think that's the wow, weaved right through that. Nice shot, but came a little long. I think Stan's going to have to take the 7-3. Kind of running out of ways to get on that 6 ball at this point.
Yeah, right.
I might be thinking about using the 5 to come to the side rail and spin out there. The 1 ball actually has a pretty good line to float up to it as well. The nice thing is you got the 15 there blocking the scratch if you have a cut on the 6. Not wanting to leave that ball there. Well, Pappy Van Winkle, if you haven't seen Stan in 30 years, I've got good news for you. He's doing pretty well. He's up in the rafters here. Pretty successful pool player all around as pool players go. One of the best in the Northwest, one of the strongest 8-ball players in America, if not arguably the world.
And pretty much looks exactly the same as he did 30 years ago, last time you saw him, probably.
Right? That hairdo still works.
Maybe a little more gray in the long ponytail, but other than that, probably still the same.
Yep. I've always loved watching Stan play. My mother actually a big Stan cheering section, and she was like, well, make sure you let Stan know I'm watching. So shout out to my mom Marie out there. Hope you're liking what you listen to, Mama. I love you. Playing the combo again. Or is she just playing the 7?
Did you just do a hi, Mom?
A full hi, Mom. Are we no hi, moms, or do I just get one?
No, that's fine.
It's bound to happen. Tricky thing is you want Stan to be the one getting on the 6 ball, but you got to get perfect on that shot. I think he's going to try and leave her for the 5 in the side to follow down. Oh no, 5 in the corner. I like that. So what he's looking at is the line that he wants to leave the cue ball on to carry the cue ball down for the 6 in the same.
Yeah, that's you got to be precise on this 5 to get from the 5 to the 6. And he may have
I think he overran it.
He may have overran it by about an inch.
But really, any kind of cut. Yeah, boy, the way she's lining it up, that's pretty straight. You can see the shadow over the cue ball. You almost got to punch and roll this.
She tried to punch it.
Yeah, I think that's about the best he can do with it, though. And I kind of thought this is where we are going to end up. And Stan's got a cut on it. The 15's blocking that corner. So no scratch there. He's just got to figure out how to get on the 8 after cutting this ball in.
Madalena is very animated when she's playing.
She's
spinning around, jumping around, and, waving her arms in the air. She really lets you know what she's thinking.
She did a cartwheel a minute ago. That was surprising.
We may not have got that one on camera. Stan gonna slice this 6 in.
Yep.
And roll the dice on where the cue ball's going.
Looks like he's trying to push through it. It looks like he might be catching the thin side. Hung that ball
Oh
up
man,
and got there.
nice cue ball though.
Yes, indeed. I still think she was going to have to bank that ball. I think the 13's in the way of the cut, but
It's a possibility.
well, at this point, it doesn't matter too much. Figure out what you're going to do with that 13 and 14. So 13 past the 8 in that lower left-hand corner pocket from that angle? Lower right-hand from that angle?
That's an
Boy.
excellent question. I think it goes.
Both the 12 and the 14 on the rail. I kind of like playing safe from here. I mean, you can kick that ball in from all over the place, but 8-ball doesn't really have much of a pocket from there. I don't think he got there. We saw her swerve the ball once, and I mean, it's not like it's easy to hold for.
Table 62, Kyle Airman and Brad Flynn. Kyle goes to 5, Brad goes to 2.
Yeah, she might have this.
Yeah, the trouble with the swerve is you either hit it hard enough to not bend until you pass the 8-ball, and then you overrun it, or you underhit it and you swerve early and end up making contact with the 8. I don't think it's just a straight.
I mean, it's off the rail a little. I mean, she can go rail first. I think she has room to just go rail first. I think.
Really? We're going to find out. She totally did.
Oh man.
Like I said, though, it's so hard to not overhit that ball.
Yeah.
I mean,
no.
that was a table length too hard, and she didn't hit that ball that hard. It's just so close to the rail.
She hit it kind of hard.
Yeah.
All right. Now Stan got to come up with some Stan magic.
Well, we've definitely seen some magic here.
We have.
He's looking at side rail, pin cutting that ball in. I mean, I guess that's as good a shot as any. Stoked. I love these things. I don't think the 2-railer in the side is there. What about the other 2-rail? Yeah, the 2-rail bank. Is that what he's looking at, or is he looking at cutting it? So he's using that side pocket. I think he's a 1-rail with spin, banking that ball,
Yeah.
trying to use the 9-ball as a backboard.
I thought he called it in the right side.
He did. Oh, man. And look how close that shot was. What an incredible effort. I can't believe that scratched. Brutal. Well, good read there by Stan. Unfortunately, scratching everything wide open. I like starting with the 13-14.
Yeah.
Maybe 10,
yeah.
13, 14.
Yeah, get rid of that. Get rid of that 14 off the rail because that's definitely
Your only
problematical.
trouble. 12, or yeah, 10, 13, 14, 12.
Yeah, 10. Yeah, like start with the 10. 10, 13, 14. Yeah, I like that. 10, 13, 14. And then take care of those other 4 up table.
Mm-hmm.
In what order? I'm not sure yet.
I like to go 12 to the 11 just because the 11's blocking the 15.
Yes, got to get rid of that 11 soon. So
13, 14, 12, 11, 9, 15.
you say 13, 14, 11?
13, 14, 12, 11.
Okay, yeah, okay.
9, 15.
And unfortunately, he's a bit jacked up to shoot this 14. He may choose to instead shoot the 12 just because he can be more comfortable shooting.
Yeah.
It's not like 9-ball where there's only one ball you're allowed to shoot at. You can shoot a different ball.
Yeah.
It's allowed.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to do is get too married to a pattern and get yourself in trouble when you got a wide open table.
If you can, cue this comfortably around the 8, then by all means shoot the 14. But if it's a hassle, plan B, shoot the 12. Come around.
I've had this happen several times recently where I'm queuing over a ball. I've accidentally nudged a ball. I've told my opponent that I nudged the ball, and they said, just leave it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always so surprised when that happens because I'm like, I distinctly gave myself an advantage. I wasn't intentionally doing that by any means, but it's just so... I'm always so shocked when people don't have me put it back.
I will usually tell someone to put it back unless it distinctly gives me an advantage.
Yeah.
And the reason is, well, if that ball was in your way, I'm going to put that ball back so it's still in your way.
Exactly.
That's my thinking on it.
It feels to me like that's the only rational thinking on it. And especially because if somebody was intentionally doing that.
All right, what he just did there was not allowed, and by the time you reach the finals of the tournament, you're supposed to know the rules at this point. Yeah, both players aren't allowed to be at the table to talk about the shot. Yeah, at this point of the tournament, you should know better.
So they're looking at 11 to the 14. Was there a discussion about that? Or you were just noticing?
No, I was just noticing. I don't think there was any other... I don't think Stan or Madalena, said anything about it. I was just making notice.
Yeah. We had...
little strong.
Well, kind of running out of options here. At this point, you're playing.
Okay, well, then we can still go 15-9, 14-8, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, the 14, you're so close to that ball, it's very makeable, but why risk it?
Actually, from here, shooting the 15 is kind of difficult because you're jacked up over the 14.
Yeah.
So you may be forced to shoot the 14 at this point.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're forced to shoot the ball you were playing position on.
That's funny. I think you still got a back cut on the 9 too.
Yeah, I'm not liking where the cue ball's going now.
The only reason I would shoot that is if I was planning on wrapping around 2 rails to shoot the 14 in the same pocket, and I don't like that shot, but
I mean, if you can control, I mean, the table's been running fast, but if you can control the cue ball, shoot the 9, come 2 rails to the middle of the table, then you can shoot the 15, and then 1 rail
over
towards the 14.
I like this shot. Just take your medicine. Makes contact with the rail.
He's missed it.
The reason he does, though, is he has the 9 ball as a blocker ball.
It's got like a third of a pocket. Oof.
Really? Man, it looks so blocked from here.
Maybe a quarter of a pocket.
Yeah, that's tight.
So tight, I don't think it goes.
There we go. Quarter pocket. A question in the chat about the Fargos. The Fargos are listed below the players.
They want to know the Fargo of the individual players.
Hold up there.
She was just trying to block the pocket, and I don't think she got it.
Yeah.
No, she did not get it.
I like that idea. I mean, the bank is blocked. There's not a lot that you can do from there. I do hear mini tournaments being announced in the background, so for those people asking about it, there's the answer. It's you. All right, so 14, back out to the middle of the table. He caught that ball really thin and overran it. Oh my gosh. Too hard enough, though, is he going to have the 15 in the side. Shoot, I mean, he's going to have the 15 on the side, but he's still going to have to stay under this ball. Pretty big mistake there, boy. And, I mean, that's what happens in the finals. You let a couple get away from you. You get a little lead arm. But I think what happened there is he just caught that ball so thin that it just kept running on him. And like Kevin was saying, these tables have been rolling fast. So Tamura firing that ball in. Oh, my God. That's why you're in the finals right there. Drills it. Hello. And stop shot here off the 9 ball. 8 ball, same pocket. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. That was a little touchier than I thought it would. Joe for the win. 4-2 lead. Again, this is good action here. They got to beat these guys twice. 4-2 is the way to start it out. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in out there to Railbirds TV. This is Summerfield Habener being hosted by Kevin and Sherry Ross here at the Railbirds Productions, best in the business. I love working with these guys and love being here at the 2023 Western BCA Championship. You guys get a chance, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, give us some love, and also let us inform you when we go live with all this 2023 coverage. So this is the first set of a potential 2-set Elite Finals, true double elimination format. Joe did, Tamura. And we will be coming to you live all week long. This is the end of the Scotch doubles. We'll be doing Scotch all night tonight, and singles starts tomorrow. If you're interested about the singles brackets, they are up on CompuSport. And you can also find those on the Western BCA site. We have seen these are the best players in the room. These are the elite. It is genderless, so it can be 2 guys, 2 gals. It doesn't matter who's playing on a team. 1250 cap for the Fargo numbers, and I am personally frustrated to continue to see hard rack head ball breaking. We've seen a lot of dry breaks. And I'm just shocked that I know with how much time I spent working on the break, which isn't a lot, it's so frustrating to not be able to consistently make that head ball. And maybe the table's breaking tough. I'm not sure if they have been making one more consistently, but we've definitely seen a bunch of dry breaks and a lot of opportunity given to the opponent. So Joe sticking with the head rack, or head ball break. He was one of the only ones that's made a ball so far.
And he's made a ball.
Made a ball again. I think he made one in the head pocket last time, too. Couple funky clusters, but some stuff sitting by pockets. 15 does go. 9, 13 are a little funky, and the 10's funky. I wanted to say solids early, but if he can roll forward on the 1 and leave himself a back cut on the 2 to break out the 4 or 5, I think that's where I'm going to start. Kind of taking a look at it. The 4 or 5 also does look potentially lined up towards the same pocket as the 2 would be going into. Sorry, I can't really tell what perspective we're shooting from. I'm watching the table, not the camera. So going to just draw straight off this. Okay, so he's looking at giving a line for Joe to break these balls out. I like that shot. It's a really nice controlled draw stroke, too. Gets to a good line. Joe's just got to hit a little inside on this ball. Center inside. Hopefully you can knock these balls and not continue to be blocked by the 10. Still got the 6 hitting by the pocket. Good backup ball. Still got to do something with the 7, though. That 7 is not in a great position. Yeah, in the chat room, Gideon bringing up kind of the difference that you see in the elite division, but also in most of the Scotch doubles is do you want to see a well-balanced team, or do you want to see a team with a far superior player kind of guiding the play? And for my money, I prefer two players that play at a similar level. I think that it's more predictable for them to know how the other person shoots. You're not usually going to have quite as many nerves going into that, and everybody just plays a little more natural game. But this is kind of a classic matchup of, a borderline professional player playing with a lower rated player, and two players that play pretty similar to one another. So back cut here, still got to push through the 10 ball to get to the backside of this 5. Wow, gets pretty fortunate having that 10 ball go in, but nice shot. Still got to do something with that 7, and I don't think he has the angle to get on it from this 5. Or if he does, he's really going to have to pop it. I think you're going to see him play. Yeah. I guess ideally I would want to try to break this 7 out using the 3, so 5 to the 3 to break out the 7. If you miss, you still got the 6 to work with. That's what he's taking a look at now. So yeah, taking a good long look at it. That is one of the challenging things about Scotch is, communication between the two players, and when it's good and helpful and when it becomes a hindrance to the progress of the tournament as well as the success of the shooter. The tough thing is I don't think that 3 ball has a whole pocket, so that's a hard one. Unless you're playing right into play the ticky off the 15, that's a tough one to put too much force behind to play for a breakout. Might be going right for it now.
I think he was going for it.
Yeah. Well, he left a great break ball here if that 3 passes the 13, and I think it does.
It might pass. It's close.
Yeah, I think he's got it, and he's got a real easy breakout here.
Right, I think he's called it.
This one, first of all, you want to make sure that you make contact between the 7-12, not the 11, because the 11 just knocks the 7 into the rail. That worked out just fine. Oh, the ball didn't fall. Yep, that's the important part of that shot, and I was not paying attention to it. I thought it was in there. Stan here.
Oh, well, thank you, Peppy Van Winkle 23. And Gideon went and looked up some Fargo rates for us, so thanks for doing that legwork.
Yeah, and we were kind of talking about that as just how this is kind of a classic rivalry of two more evenly rated players versus a way stronger rated player playing with a lower rated player. Ooh.
All right, that counts, but unfortunately, it's tied up that 11.
Yeah. Yeah, because he hit that combo so off angle, got himself in trouble, and that's a little window on that 11 ball. 12's the only thing you can do anything with. The nice thing is play the 12 and get good on the 13 or the 9, and they can carry right down for that 11 ball. I don't know if just rolling it's going to get there. I think you have to draw this ball a little bit. Oh, caught the 8 ball well. Man, so some hanger balls. Nice thing about that 11 staying there is it's still putting that 6 in jeopardy. I don't know if you can get low enough on that 6 to back cut it. Might be able to. Kind of got to play this 3 to the 7 to try and get underneath it.
Yeah, that's 6.
You really can't swing at it right now, even though 3 to the 6 seems pretty easy. I mean, anything can happen where you don't get a shot, and then you're looking at trouble.
This whole thing is trouble.
Hmm.
It's got trouble written all over it. Everything, solid stripes, it's all trouble.
Looking at the 7. I'm not,
Bank the 6 into the 3. That's an interesting thought
that's an
there.
idea. He's gonna try and use the 7 to disrupt the 6. I just think you make. I guess the thinking is that the 11's still trapped. 7 disturbs the 9-13, still blocked by the 3. Well, if you're trying to think him to death, that might work. Sometimes it is easiest to put your opponent in danger and let them try to work it out.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I'm not touching. You deal with it. And Stan is
Rolling this 11 right on the 6.
he's digging in for the long haul.
Yep.
All
How
right,
many
just-
stalemates do you usually see a year? I don't see many, I tell you what. I have asked an opponent for a stalemate in the past and really upset someone, actually. They felt really disrespected, and I was like, man, and they did end up winning the game because I did something incredibly stupid. I guess I just like to imagine that there's no way I was going to do something that stupid. And I did. Took me a few shots trying to make that 12.
Oh.
Interesting idea, but you still leave a cut on the 11 with an easy shot to break out the 9-13. It's 80.
All right. Stan and Madalena contemplating. Yeah, I like shooting at this 11 right now. Leave that 12 as your backup in case you don't get a shot. But I'm liking going at the cut right now on the 11, trying to run into the 9-13. Just missed that 6.
I think I like doing what they did last time. I like making the 3 ball off the 9.
Okay.
Because at this point, she's got a.
No, that's a good shot. I like that.
I said it was an easy breakout here, but that 6 ball is huge from there.
No, I don't think the 6 is in the way.
No, it's not. Oh, you can see it better from there. Just rolling up on it. That works. If you could have pushed that ball a little more, I guess trying to leave it doubled up so you don't have a shot on the 7 to the 3.
Yeah, it would have been nice if that 11 was knocked a little closer to the corner. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
She was focused 100% on just not leaving a shot. And I don't think the 6-3 combo is on, even rail first. Maybe rail first.
I like thinning off the 6 ball and trying to get behind the same ball. Kind of forcing them to use their 12 ball.
Yeah, right, Gideon. Leave all the heavy lifting to Stan. That's always a good plan.
Trying to get behind the 8 here. Overhit it. I mean,
Wow, that's
not really.
That's nice.
Overhit it really well.
Overhit it perfectly. What do you mean?
Yep. That wasn't overhit at all. My apologies. Yeah, tough look here. Yeah, and I mean, anything that you can do to restrict what Stan's doing when he gets to the table is really important. And, I mean, Joe just did so immaculately. That was a great shot. I thought it was going to roll out further than that. Really, really great shot.
All right, he's going to do
Calling the bank.
the kick bank, and he's going to try to throw it a little.
I got my highlight reel finger ready to poise for action. So you're trying to clip off the low side of the 13 to push that 9 even further.
He overdid it. overthrew it.
2 scratches in one match there.
Wow, that broke everything out. He was really going for broke there.
Yeah. Not a lot they can do aside from that, though. Yeah, 7, 6 on the side, 3 in the corner.
Yeah, it's connect the dots here.
Yeah. This is for 5-2. And getting to the hill first.
You know, if he makes that shot, he looks like a hero and a genius. But man, that seemed awfully aggressive.
It does. I agree with that. Easy one to roll, overrun.
Well, he didn't overdo it.
He did not overdo it.
Fortunately, like the 13, blocks the scratching the side, so you can take that completely out of your mind if that ever was in your mind.
I'm still hitting this with inside.
Inside, you're crazy. If anything, outside, never inside.
All inside. I'm tip of inside guy.
Never. If you're putting any spin, it's outside, never inside. All right, on the hill, 5-2.
Yep. I'm not saying it's always the best decision, but I play a lot of inside English. And there's a reason that you're rated a good 70, 80 points higher than me. So maybe I should do a little more listening.
Have you broken 600?
I have broken 600. Yeah,
Nice,
I think I'm
nice.
in this tournament at a 616. So
Sweet, nice. You are moving up the ranks.
yeah, we'll see how long that lasts. I finally have a Fargo goal, and
So that only puts me like 60 points ahead of you then.
Yep, I'm catching up. And
You are catching up.
all it took was you not playing for 3 years. I'm within 100 points.
Yeah, CJ Wiley would be proud of you with that touch of inside.
Mm-hmm. Sticking with that head ball. It's obvious they have a game plan, and just kind of hoping to make that ball stand like being the second cat of the table, the person able to make the decision.
Yeah, no, especially
That's
as good as she
exactly what you're
breaks.
hoping for. That's great control. I mean, that's a perfect head ball break right there, and finally paying off for him.
Back to the monster breaks that Madalena is known for.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to roll up and nudge the 10. Oh, he was just trying to creep forward to take the 10 next, I think.
Yeah, I tried to stun forward a little, just came up a smidge
Yeah, it
short.
just stopped on him.
It's okay, the 10 still goes in the side. Just got to get down below it here.
Madalena just said, Stan, what were you thinking there? in a very nice and supportive way. But
Enlighten me.
I like that. I would, if I were them, I'd use the 13 to get on the 14 to get back to the 10 right now. 13, 14, 10.
I like the 10 in the side. So 13 and then 15 go forward for the 10 in the side.
Okay. Yeah. 9 balls your cue ball.
Yeah, it kind of has to be with that pattern. Well, the pattern that I talked about, but they're not doing the pattern I talked about, I don't think. Stan has his own ideas, as he usually does.
Well, that was kind of leaving this 11 in no man's land.
Yo,
Oh, man.
that. I think Stan needs a couple more cups of coffee.
Right? Just underdrew that ball.
He is
Surprised to see that.
He's off his game in this finals.
It's got to be so hard to be the player that's never supposed to make a mistake, you know? That's why I like where I'm at in Fargo. You shouldn't make a mistake.
Expectations are low.
We're going to expect a few out of you. I think a lot of people don't consider that, how hard it is to be the player that's always supposed to win, that's always supposed to hit the perfect shot to put him in the perfect spot.
Sorry, I don't feel bad for you, Stan. Oh, poor Stan.
Yeah, right?
Wins everything, and
Yeah, there's a reason. I'm just saying there's a challenging side to that, too. That's all.
and I'm not feeling bad for him.
All right, well, Joe horking down a piece of pizza over here. Sorry, Ken, while Joe gets to the table. And they've been playing, I mean,
Actually, some of that pizza sounds pretty good. I've been here a while.
has to be several hours straight, so getting a little energy. One of the hardest things to do is to eat a little too much while you're in the middle of the finals, and all of a sudden you get sluggish. All that blood rushes to your tummy.
Yeah,
Easy to do.
Yeah. Do I have to not eat? Yeah, pizza is probably a bad thing to eat when you're in a match, because, or even before a match, because that will tend to slow you down a little.
Yeah.
You want to eat lightly throughout the day would be best.
All right, so 7-6-5. I really like the 3-ball. 3 or the 5 is my key ball. But how you get around there, like I said, 7-6 is how I like to start out. Guess for where you're at right now, you can go 3 next.
That would be the team of Stan and Madalena. They are on the point and must be beat twice.
Can we embrace Stanalina?
Stanalena.
Stanalina. Yeah, doing good. Thank you. Back at the table here. Do you want me to drive, or you got it? Yeah, you're probably a little better driver there.
Maybe.
We'll see, huh?
I know how to add. I know how to hit the plus mark for the score.
You got that part down. Sherry Ross, what's going on?
Well, we're watching some pool, hanging out with our friends.
It's finals day.
It's
I love finals day.
Yeah. And we do have all 4 finals going right now.
They're all going right
all
now.
of them are playing.
Got it.
All 4 of there is 5 events. One of them's already over with, right? We had the platinum here just a little while ago.
Unfortunately, yep. With them all playing at once, it's getting later, so that happens. We can only do so many.
Yep. Wired Space, I don't know if they answered that, but Stan and Madalena are sitting in the hot seat.
Yep. But right now, it looks like it's going to. Kevin mentioned earlier that, the player coming through the bottom typically has the advantage going into that first set, and then the player that has gone straight through typically has the advantage in the finals.
Yeah,
The final.
Well, yeah, because they've been in the heat of battle and everything, and you haven't been. So you have to get a lot of time. You have to get back into that mode. Most people don't just automatically get into it, right?
Yeah.
And so because they've been in the heat of the battle, it favors them. But now the winning team has, and they feel I've got more to lose than you do because you got to beat me twice, right?
Yep. That was the second shot that I thought Joe overhit that he hit just beautifully.
Yeah.
Great shot there. I like to just roll forward for the 5.
Yeah, be sure you get around
Make sure
that
you
14.
get there. You did.
It just got there.
Barely.
Yeah. Well, he didn't want to give him too much angle,
Exactly. Well, perfect here. Joe does want to draw a little bit off this 5 ball just to make sure he can just carry forward for the 3. Not sure what they're talking about.
I think he's just asking him, where you want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he has to go between doesn't he have to go between the 3-8 here to get shape on the 3 from this 5? Do you think he can check it up? I wouldn't want to check it up between them. Yeah, or
maybe he might be blocked by the 14. I thought
yeah, I guess so.
He's got to jump it. He's jumping it. I like this move too. Just going to his break cue, not his full jump cue. It's
Yeah, you got to
barely
jump the edge of the ball, right? You don't need that short cue. And when you're out that far, that short cue's a whole lot harder. He's got more stick to hold here, right?
Totally. Really shallow
There it
angle there.
is.
Wow.
Oh, perfect.
You hit that ball
What
so
a
good.
shot.
Man, oh man. All right, partner.
And,
Still chewing pizza, coming to the table.
yeah, I know. And when this is over, I'm sure the players are going to take a few minute break, and so we will too. Before we get to the second set, Joe
This
Spears
is it
is 8
for the
in
first
hole.
set. The 5-2 lead.
Yeah.
And this is still a cut on the ball. You got to feel good though. I mean, he has made some incredible shots to get here. Joe, I mean, makes a shot all the time anyway. But
Yeah, he's supposed to.
the other nice thing here is, you're sitting the 8 ball right there. If you miss with the 9-15, you're not thinking about missing them.
Yeah,
Just
no,
make this fall.
He's just cutting this ball in. It's for the first set. He is so good about getting up when he doesn't feel right and stuff. I mean,
Well, this is a reach for him too.
Yeah.
That's a long
well,
bridge.
yeah, he's not tall. In case anybody hasn't noticed, Joe Tamura is not a tall guy.
Beautiful shot. That's match number 1 in the books.
Yeah. Set 1.
We're going to it. True double elimination.
Stanley says, no, we get single scoops around here. And they're just going straight at it. So I guess I'm not going to stop this stream. I'm just going to reset scores.
All right. To the true finals we go.
Set number 2.
Stan wins the flip. Sorry, Stanalina win the flip. I shouldn't say just Stan.
Stanalina.
I'm embracing the
funny.
contraction. She does break like a monster.
Combining the names now.
Sherry, are you a head ball breaker? Or are you a
I
second ball
am.
breaker?
I am a head ball breaker.
What percentage of the time do you make a ball?
It's been so long, but I generally make a ball
Yeah.
when I break 8 ball.
What does generally mean?
More than 75% of the time, I'd say I make
More
a ball.
than 75% of the time.
It's also it's more than just the breaker. It's the racker too. That rack has to be straight. Everything has to be tight, and I really take my time at racking.
I would take that bet with everyone that I've seen play this entire week so far. Head ball break has not been falling nearly 75% of the time.
Yeah, well, most people don't. I mean, it comes down to both. But when I'm playing, I don't like the side break.
Yeah.
I
You don't like the clusters?
I have a problem contacting the ball full for some reason when I break from the side. And yeah, if you're not catching that one ball head on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got a pretty strong break. I get the back leg goes into it too, and
Yep.
nice little snap on
This much? Does it go in this much? Are you full elevated?
I am not Dan Louie, no. That is like the best break picture ever.
Isn't it awesome?
It is.
I love that. Looks like he kept like kind of going for his case. I was wondering if he was going to go for a break cue. But I think part of Stanalina's game plan is allowing her to break.
Yeah, well, and he's supposed to.
Yeah.
And,
That's totally the smart decision.
Yeah, you let
I'm going to, they did walk away from the table. I'm going to take a quick break too. I'm just going to run away, but I will be right back.
Yeah, we will be here. All right, it looks like players elected to break when all the players weren't back from their little break between sets. While we're sitting here waiting on them. And just in time, Joe's back, and we're ready to rock and roll. Big shout out there to Ox Billiards for their sponsorship of the stream here. Hello, mic check. All right, Joe's gonna I can just come off this, get back up behind this one ball here. He'd like to come off that next rail and slide up into the one, but that works too. That's what Stanley's working with here. Can't tell if he's left on that side of that 14. That's what Stan's looking at to see how much of it he can see and what he can do with it. He does have he can see the 10. I don't know if it pinches up off of the 6. It may. Or just cut it straight in if he can. Hey,
Oh man,
you're back.
I think that's the 4th scratch
Oh, man.
we've seen from Stan. And drilled that ball. Good read, tough table. Cue ball just found a pocket.
Yeah, he's not.
Do you want me to keep an eye on that one?
Yeah, I think that's still the first game over
Okay.
there. I could be wrong, but I think it is.
I'll try to watch.
Yeah, I've been trying to too, seeing sitting on this side. But
Bonus day coverage over there. Is that silver finals?
That over there is the silver, yes.
All right.
Bronze and gold are straight down the row here. Actually, see. That second table down there is your gold division finals. And you can't see quite far enough to see the bronze. They're all the way down on table 3.
Oh, okay. Got it. Right by Ed there.
Yep.
All right, ball in hand here. Great opportunity.
Yeah.
What happened off the break? Dry break?
I don't remember. Probably.
No, it doesn't matter. No sweat.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I've been keeping track because there was in the last set there was only one successful break.
5, 6.
Just gonna stop this to take the 10 next.
Now, then it must be open, so I imagine it would be a dry break then, or nothing made afterwards, right?
Hmm.
Because Stan was shooting at Joe played a safe from a solid, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, it would have,
I think it was dry.
yeah, had to have been a dry break.
Well, he got a hold of that one.
We're gonna do 1 more minute, so there's 7 spots. These are filled. There will be no more.
Kevin's going to check the score.
Just going to make sure. I'm pretty sure. Oh, yep, 0-1.
No, I just put the winner down there.
Perfect.
So the silver division,
Mm-hmm.
first, second, and third place will all go to teams from Yakima, Washington.
Wow.
All 3 of them play out of the ranch
Wow.
in Yakima. So that's pretty cool.
So you're saying they have a lot of silver players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, but
Oh, that's sweet, man.
Yeah, to have first, second, and third in one division go to the same town, same bar.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
You know, there isn't a lot of places that play. You know, if you're in Yakima, you're playing at the ranch. If you're not playing at the ranch, you're in Wapato playing at. I think it's Dimel's aunt's place. At least it used to be. I can't remember the name of it right now. But those are really the only places over there. There's one other small place that they play at, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. All right, so he does have a look at this 9-ball. Not able to pocket it.
I
that's a
noticed
bummer.
somebody in the chat confirmed, yes, it was a dry break.
All right, so still only one. That's one out of, I think, it was 6-2. So that would have been 4 breaks.
Yeah.
So the fifth, 4 dry breaks and 1.
But for the point match, I think Madalena made a ball every time she broke.
Really?
I'm pretty sure it was. If there was, it was only one. It would have been one dry break that for her.
And I know how great she breaks. And again, I'm not trying to be critical of her breaking ability, anything like that. I'm more just furthering the discussion about the head ball versus
Oh yeah,
second
absolutely.
ball.
Yeah.
Because obviously she breaks the ball good.
Yeah. But yeah, I prefer if I'm breaking 8-ball, I'm breaking head ball from inside almost straight on, just off of the center
too.
and from the rail. And when I break 9-ball, my hand is on the table. The cue ball is more up towards the line, right, towards the kitchen line or the head string line, whatever you want to call it.
Trying to get her on that 4-ball and overran it.
Yeah, she's going to have to play this 7 or 6, whichever one she's more comfortable shooting.
She might have more
be.
of a cut on this, but you're not going to be able to control the cue ball very well.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to be shooting it.
But this is tough. I mean, she's got to put a stroke on the 7-ball to get on the 6. And if you don't get on the 6, there's nothing much else doing. You could roll forward from the 6 and try and get on the 7. No, she's playing the 7. Yep, sometimes you just got to play what the table gives you, even if it's not your favorite shot. You just got to have lots of favorite shots in this game.
Yeah. Oh, somebody else said, no, that's what happened. She made a ball on the break and then Stan scratched.
Oh, okay.
When
That
would have been the first
so
shot.
there wasn't an inning.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 2 successful and 3 unsuccessful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Because Stan may have tried to play that ball, but no, that was after Joe. Joe put him over there. That's not right.
Well, my stats are off.
I'm listening to somebody else on here, but no, Joe rolled him over there.
Okay. Well, one way or the other.
Yeah.
We'll keep looking at it. Tell us what you think out there in the chat room. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button.
Yeah. Tell all your friends.
Summerfield and Sherry coming to you live from the 2023 Western BCA Championship here in Lincoln City, Oregon. This combo's there. It is on. I would love to do something and nudge that 11-ball.
No, well, he's got to cut the 9-ball some to play this combination here. Then, he's got a shot at the 15. I'm not a fan of playing a combination if you don't have to.
Yeah. Well, especially a combo clip.
Well, oh, he's cutting the 9 up.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't.
I'm looking at where does that, if you play that combination, where's the 9 going? It's going up in with those other balls afterwards, right?
Okay.
So, to me, that was going to be big trouble trying to play a combination there.
I don't like that more. Getting stand to the table. Right now, the 6, it's pretty easy to get on the 5 from the 6, and that rack unpeels really easily from there.
Yes, it does.
He's looking at the combo.
The 2-5, can he
Yeah.
see through there to shoot that? I guess
And it wouldn't even be her, it'd be her shooting it. Oh, he's shooting it now.
yeah, he's looking at it right now.
Whew. Well, that is a lot more confident shooter than I am. But again, this is one of those calculated risks where Stan's saying, yeah, if I drill this ball, we're out.
Yeah, or he could just be rolling and he drills it.
Oh,
I
man,
think he
but
was-
gets behind the 8 ball.
Yeah,
All right.
but she's now, I think Madeline's, she's got the 6, so that's good.
It's fine. You just got to find a way to get back down for the 4 ball.
Yeah, you get Stan. If she shoots and stops or even draws back a little, draw this back 4 or 5 inches. He's got perfect angle to come back up table for the 4 right now, I think, or
Yeah.
from the 7 to the 4. She's going to roll forward and. Yeah, he can go a couple rails over there.
And that's but unfortunately, if he doesn't do it right now, it's going to be her getting a leave on it.
Yep. Yeah, and that's
I think he might try and jack up and draw back for that 4 now.
he's looking at going if he gets her over on that side rail. He was just looking, is there an alley between the 10-11?
He can also bank this 2 and get right back on the 4. Looks like I don't see him having the angle to get there.
Is it stopping?
Yeah,
I think she's hooked on both balls here, maybe.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he just thought that he could get right in that window, boy, and that's
tight.
that's awesome when it happens.
Yeah,
It looks great when it does.
Well, and as fast as these tables are playing right now, that was
Jacked up off the rail, that's a tough ball to control.
yeah, it's a big ask. He is Stan Turango, but that's a big ask.
Looks like she might have the edge of the ball. I don't think she has the full ball.
No, she's kicking.
Oh,
That,
I think that's a foul.
I think it. Yeah. Stan says no, but it's a foul. Yeah, no, it's absolutely a foul.
I watched all of them kind of grimace. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, is it a foul?
Yeah, no. Well, Stan's like nope. Ball
Yeah.
hand.
Because, yeah, it would have had to have hit that ball, or hit the rail, hit the ball, hit the rail again, and I don't think it got all the way back there. Joe Tamura here with a wide open table. 8 ball passes the 4 in that corner. What do we think? That lower right hand corner?
Yeah. That's. I think it does.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
I
so
think
close.
I think it. I know. I think it passes. When you look at the two together, I'm pretty sure it goes. And if it doesn't, it goes where it goes over on the other side too.
I know this is crazy, but I'm playing the 10 off the 11 here.
Well, right. You need to. You can start with ball in hand, and you've got the 9 ball right there, or you can even just push forward a little bit, but you're leaving your partner on the rail.
Yeah.
Regardless of what he shoots, he's going to be shooting from the rail. And you could even, if you catch it just a little bit, that you hit the point, and where's your cue ball going after it hits that point?
Totally.
So yeah, I'd be playing it off there to pull that out, and hard enough to pull it over probably to the other side
Yeah,
of the
'cause
table
you
at
don't want
least.
to be stuck behind the 2.
Right.
Yeah, well, that'll do. 12 ball passes the 8 ball also, right?
Yes.
In that lower right.
Yes.
It looks like he doesn't have the angle to hold it, though. I think you might have to roll down and take the 9 next. Like you said, on the rail here totally limits what you're doing, and you wanted to get him straight, and 2 inches is a big deal right there.
Oh yeah. I mean, a 1/16 of an inch is a big deal in pool.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, it's a game of inches. It's a game of millimeters. It may be even less than that.
So starting with the 9 ball maybe, huh? Or he's just looking at where he wants to be. Yeah, I would definitely be shooting shooting the 10 here.
Yeah, I don't. There isn't a real big
Yeesh.
future in playing the 9, right?
No,
And
that's not what we
now
wanted.
Joe's gonna have to.
Now he's kind of got the same thing.
You can't shoot the 12 past the 8 right now, too. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's what Joe shoots because the 2 isn't in the way at all. It's off the rail a little bit. It's
yeah, I mean,
it's
what
a
are you
pretty
gonna
good
do?
line. It's pretty straight.
And what are you going to do? You're going to draw off the 9 to try and get back to the same position you're in right now?
Right, right.
Yeah, 12 ball's the shot. And hopefully you can shoot the 15 next because you don't want to leave yourself super narrow or super thin on the 9 ball.
Oh, no. Yeah, because you got to be able to come out. Well, and he's looking at where do we play from the 9 ball. If I just do like a stop
Yeah.
shot, can we play the 15 or, you know?
The nice thing about shooting the 12 right now, though, is you're kind of protected from the 4 ball,
Uh-huh.
and they still got a tough lead on that. So you can shoot with a little more confidence here. I kind of like elevating and just leaving him a little less of an angle here. You wish you could just play around and get to the right side of those 2 balls, but
Yeah.
you just can't risk it. It's just too thin there.
And here's a very good thing that shows why when 2 balls are close like this, you got to get one of them out of the way pretty quick.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
it does make where now you're fighting to
Blocks out a huge part of your playfield.
yeah
Look outside
Back.
pocket. Ooh.
yeah
Ooh.
that'll work.
And now just draw back to take the 15 inside.
Yep. Yeah, and then he can roll forward for the 8 where the 9 is, or if he gets him, kind of straight, he just, stop and shoot the 8 in the corner past the 4.
Yeah. Just want to make sure you get there, but you don't overdraw this ball. This is pretty touchy.
Oh, yeah. Now those are the hardest ones to gauge the
That close to the rail?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. So many people have problems. I have problems with. I probably have problems with everything though, because we ain't played in like almost 3 years. So, or
Yeah.
I'd get out there and never miss a ball for the
Yeah,
first,
get out there and
2
run
racks.
racks.
Yeah, right. For 2 racks.
I'm a big believer in that, actually. Until your brain remembers it's supposed to be part of the game, you play better. I really think that we all go out there and we do what our body naturally knows how to do, and I think our brain is what talks us out of it most of the time.
Yeah.
Nice
That's a
shot
nice
for
shot,
Joe.
though. And those ones can take those funny things where now you're hitting it fuller than you think, or cutting it and you hit that outside point. That's so easy to do on that shot, to shoot it into that far point and have it come out.
Yeah. All right, there we go. 1-0 lead. They're rolling. Joe Tamura racking. 1-0 lead. If you guys are liking what you're seeing, liking what you're hearing out there, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Gives us some support. It also lets you know every time that we go live with more pool action here from the 2023 Western BCA Championship.
Yeah. And tonight, when we don't have this going on, go check out our Derby City stuff.
Yeah. I've had so much fun doing that with you guys. That's awesome. Yeah, you guys got tons of Derby City. You said you're not even halfway done with the action,
That's
huh?
correct. Yeah,
Cool.
and Kevin has enough in queue that he got the commentary done before we left, that he's still going to be able to put out 1 match a day while we're here.
Wow.
So-
Cool.
So there will be no delay in the new stuff coming out.
You guys are good at what you do.
Yeah, I go to work during the day, and all night long he's on the phone with you guys doing
It's
that.
awesome.
Yeah. And if you don't know, we've picked up Scott Frost this year for commentary, and he has been doing a fabulous job on the One Pocket.
Yeah, there's nobody better to listen to out there at this point.
Yeah,
He is so good.
And he's believe it or not, he's open to criticism. He's like, tell me, whatever it is, because he wants to be really good at it.
Yeah.
He's at that point in his career. He's like, I still play good, but I ain't at the top of my game, and so this is the next thing for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
just like in most any other sport, that's what it should be. You know. We got Josh Roberts doing some. We got Summerfield Havner doing some. We got Mark White.
Yeah.
We're still gonna try to get Jimmy White in for a couple of matches.
Cool. That's exciting. Well, Joe Tamura there with a fabulous break. Nice wide open table. Making, again, a head ball break, but making a ball on the top side of the table. And it's one that's just firing in. I think it might be the head ball, actually.
Yeah. Coming back down up table.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I don't, here, if that 3 doesn't go, I like the stripes. And I guess that's,
Yeah, they've chosen stripes.
Yeah.
So 14, really just nudging that 15 is the big, or nudging the 8 to get on the 15 is the big deal.
And I think he's going to hit he's
Perfect
looking perfect to just bump it. You don't want to bump it again, can't bump that too far, that 5-6 over there.
Yeah.
The 2 for the other corner pocket. So this is just a bump. You're not breaking it out. It's
I
just
think
bumping.
you might want to.
Just like that. That's perfect.
Beautiful shot. Beautiful.
Oh, somebody won over there. We weren't paying attention.
Dang it.
They do this to us all the time.
Yes, they do. I was paying attention the whole time.
And then as soon as you turn your head.
1-1 over there on bonus coverage. All right. Yes, 15. Oh, he was trying to get all the way down for the 11 and didn't get there. Yeah, that's not ideal from here. You kind of got to baby this shot, and that's the last thing you want to be doing. Shouldn't be any problem, but you could see that slow shot. I mean, kind of undercut that ball. It's easy to make mistakes from there. So Joe's just going to come up. He's going to be taking that 8 ball in the upper right-hand corner pocket, I would imagine. And this is for 2-0, break and run.
Yeah. Making a statement.
Yeah.
Even with these upper divisions and stuff, we have not been seeing break and runs.
And I would argue because of the break.
Yeah. I think in a little bit is the speed of the table, too.
You think this table's playing specifically fast?
I don't think it's just this table. I think it's it's with all of the weather outside, it's cold. I mean, I know it's raining and stuff, but it's been for me, I think, unseasonably cold here.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
Excellent out. All right, 2-0 lead.
Had hail like 4 times since we've been here.
And that one pile of hail stuck around for a while. I was impressed. Well, Stan back to his racking position.
Hey, Betty. Yes, this is the finals. I see Snuka is already said that. And hello there. She's got pugs, too.
Aw. We never get dogs from you guys at the pool tournament. What do your rail dogs do while you guys are rail birding?
Well, our youngest son is at home with our puggies.
Oh, cool.
We have 2 girl pugs. They are 14 and 4.
That's getting up there for pugs, huh?
Yeah.
14 is...
Yeah. Yep. She's old.
Pugs are the most popular dog in America recently.
No, Frenchies are.
Frenchies.
Ooh,
ouch. I struck a chord there.
A $5,000 dog or something silly like that.
It
if
is
you
Frenchies.
Want. Yes. I just saw that it is no longer the gold, what was it, the lab?
Labradoodle?
Yeah, or no, like the lab, whether it was chocolate lab or a golden lab or whatever. I think the lab was, for forever, was the favorite dog in America.
All right, that's an excellent break again.
Yeah, it is.
Head break starting to fall for these guys.
Okay, so we're taking the 13-3 here, right?
It looks like it, but I don't like that 6-5. I don't want to
Yeah.
be. I don't think I want to be solids here.
Yeah. Well, but
But yeah,
it's-
you don't have a good opening shot. What? You're gonna take the combo?
yeah,
Oh, he's just
well,
gonna draw right into it here.
Slide out into him right now.
Yep.
Try to open this up right
You just
away.
gotta hope you get both of them, because
He
man, if you
almost
miss
did.
that 5 ball,
Now, does the 2 go now? That looks really, really tight. I think the two should still go.
it goes if Stan's shooting it. Yeah, that. I mean, 5 doesn't have a pocket.
Yeah,
You
no,
don't even have a clear shot here. And I like that thinking, especially early on, because you haven't opened up the table, so there's still a lot of puzzles out there to solve. I like swinging early on.
absolutely. Yeah, and that way it's not at the end and you run out everything, and all you've done is leave them stuff to shoot at.
She
She
can
called
drill
this
this
aside.
6 ball. What a shot. Beautiful, beautiful play. If you got a cut on this 5 ball now,
Oh,
mean, that
the
wins you the game
13's
right
the
now.
13's in the way though. He would have to bank it.
yes, he would. That 13's a little bit in the way.
Yeah, details.
Yep.
But he's in a good spot there for the cross table bank.
Well, now you open up the side pocket for the bank, too.
Well, you can, if she gets him to that 2 ball somewhere just like up above the 12, where's your cue ball coming? It's coming right back at 5.
Yep. Yeah. Do you think the 2 cuts clean? I don't think the 2
I
gets
think-
past that 15.
I think it's really tight, and I've seen a couple of things go on these tables where they're still sliding, and that is due to the coldness of the weather.
So she was swinging at it there
Yeah.
and barely overcutting that ball. Nice try. Probably using a little inside English there, and it's easy to overcut a ball like that.
Oh,
when you do.
absolutely. Yeah.
Joe's got himself a good chance here to get on the 10-14. I would want to be making this 15 and aiming right for that 14 ball. So 15 off the bottom foot rail right into that 14 ball. Hopefully open that up and leave yourself on the 10, and it's pretty smooth sailing from there.
Yeah, well, and you could start with either of these. You could shoot the 11 first and leave. If that 15 is blocking that 2 a little bit, you can come from the 11 over to the center of the table. Let your partner shoot that combination. He's talking to him about it now. The combination. I think.
The nice part of leaving that stuff is the 8 ball. Is it hindered by the 2? You might have to take the 8 ball up table.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going into those balls.
Yeah, he's gonna go at him.
That's why I want to hit the 14, not the 10. So just drew that ball a little more than he needed to. Looks like he might have opened the 10 up for a cut, though.
He has,
So,
you can try to get still try to get the 14 out there. But when they start getting that close to the other ball and to the rail, it's so easy to get that double kiss with the cue ball, and
yeah.
everything just sticks right there on the rail, or it pushes it down into the 5 even more. And
Yeah, and I mean, the 12 ball doesn't look like it goes straight in the corner. Maybe he has a window. If he's got a window, then he's golden. So 12 in the corner, and then 10 to break out the 14. He did a,
hello, Jeff.
whoops. Caught that 4 ball. Gosh darn it.
Yeah. So, and Stan's still,
Stan's
the-
looking at 2 railing into that 5 ball right now.
yeah. It's a
High
good,
inside.
yep. And if he doesn't get it out of there, he could always still, bank that ball.
Yeah. 1 and the 4 still pass.
Yep. But now that when that 2 ball's gone, the 8 ball will definitely go.
Yeah, he's going to take a shot at it now. Looks like he's
He's missed it.
Oh,
It was
man.
so close. to
Barely
being there.
missed that ball. Nice try. And that's definitely what he wants. He wanted to hit that 5 and not the 14-10.
Yeah. Absolutely. You hit the 14-10, you're in big trouble.
Trouble. So at this point, probably going to have her play the 1 to the 4.
I guess Madalena must have run to the bathroom.
Ran to the restroom.
Yep.
That's funny. Called a timeout and they didn't even know it. While we're doing it, let's give a shout out to those sponsors. A fun day. Legends Billiard Hall.
Where
Let's see, the Trough up in Portland. Players Sports Bar and Grill out of a couple spots up there in Washington.
Kennewick and Everett.
Striker Furshin Rods. Savage Billiard Apparel. Jam Up Apparel. Yep, a bunch of great sponsors. And this is...
And Railbirds.
Yeah, and Railbirds. Sherry and Summerfield coming to you live at the 2023 Western BCA Championship. Oh,
Ooh, she got him on the rail, so it's hard to do anything with your cue ball here.
I think Stan is going to...
He's going to jack up and try and move his cue ball. He is not afraid to do that at all.
Oh, I think shooting at this 4 ball is crazy. I just don't see the future in getting between the gap of the 11-8.
No, is he going to try to mess up the 14-10 again here?
That's what I thought. So I thought maybe Thin hit off the 5 to put him on the foot rail and leave the 5 in the way there. I mean, he can play this and leave a bank.
Yeah, that's not leaving a bank.
Well, it's there.
Just,
I mean, you can bank this ball.
yeah. Just tap the 5 up at the 14.
Yeah.
Again, future isn't very,
Yeah, make them swing at it.
yeah, make them try to break it up again.
I would be banking this ball all day. I would
She's
bank
looking
this. I
like
think that you can bank it without disturbing the 10-14. And does the 10 ball? The 10 ball does go.
Oh, yeah,
doesn't
the
it?
10 goes all day.
Okay. Maybe I wouldn't be. If the 10 goes all day, then you got problems.
Yeah, she's calling it.
This is an interesting bank because you have to hit enough of it to drag it down, but you got to get your cue ball out of the way. Oh, she's playing off the 14. Yeah, that was tough action there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you got to... I'm not sure you can hit thin enough on that ball to make that happen. Still kind of a funky little beginning here. Can he see straight to the 13?
Yeah, I don't think he can.
Yeah, you don't really want to be taking that combo. That 12 is a thin slice.
Yeah, she got a little love there, huh?
Yes, she did.
He may be able to throw the 13 in a little bit to, spin, squirt his cue ball a little bit at it, maybe.
Yeah, I think I'm thin cutting the 12 here. And I think I'm going to come up and down the table. Nope, he's going back to the combo.
Shooting straight at the 13. I think he's squirting it a little bit, or is he?
Then maybe he does have...
He's playing the combo, you're right.
You got a big pocket from there.
Yeah.
It's worth it. And that just opened up a whole bunch. I think I want to use the... I don't want to save the 11-14. I want to use
I'm
the
going
12,
there now. Probably.
12 to get on the 11 to get good on the 14, and then the 10's my key ball.
Yep. And he's just saved his side. Oh.
No, he got a little narrow. That's...
Yeah. He's got a little flat on this, huh?
Yeah.
He can
That
cut it
not-
to the maximum from the player's perspective, the right hand side of the hole, and try to go 2 rails forward over there, I guess.
I think you got to take the 10 ball here.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's going to have. That's why I'm go cut the 10 as far to the right hand side of the pocket as he can, so that he can let his cue ball catch that end rail.
Got it.
Well, it's actually the head rail.
Mm-hmm.
to try to spin 2 rails at it, and that's something. So many people try to hit that like 900 miles an hour. It's about finesse.
Yeah.
It's about the follow through with the cue. It's not about how hard you hit it.
Yeah.
Because if you hit
You're saying high inside.
yeah.
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 I love that. That's like one of my most comfortable shots.
Yeah,
But
high-
again, he's in a position here where he's going right at that side pocket. I mean, depending on how you hit it.
and he made opt to just come back a little bit and catch the yeah. Yeah.
Right
See,
at that side
yeah,
pocket.
and then that was
Perfect
he
speed.
didn't have you don't have to hammer that to get it to move.
Totally.
It's actually probably more likely to die in that corner if you hit it hard.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, because the high catches and kills your speed.
Yep. Yeah, and I see so many people do that. They just hammer that ball.
Ooh, 2-railing it in there. All right. This is looking like 3-0. This is a big deal.
Yeah.
Are you going to see a break? I
see.
think at 3-0, that's when I'm taking a break.
Yeah.
To go up 3-0. Let's see if that pizza had spinach on it. Yeah, beautiful.
And look, frozen to the 5 just in
Freezing
case.
right on the 5. Excellent shot. Do you think about that when you're shooting your 8 ball?
No.
Your position?
No.
No?
I mean, I'm thinking you're supposed to think about where your cue ball's going on every shot.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think about it, because if you don't, next thing you know, you're scratching or something silly like that.
We're also not used to pocketing balls that way.
Yeah.
I mean, when do you think about pocketing a ball and you're like, all I'm doing is making this ball. All I'm doing. And I think that, yeah, because we take that out of our mind, it's easy to not shoot a natural shot for us.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not like, oh, well, I want to be exactly right here. I'm like, okay, well, I want to shoot this with this, and know where my cue
Yeah.
ball is going. But, and I think that does mess with our psyche a little bit. So much of this game is psychological, mental, whatever you want to call it. It does make you psycho.
Psychological.
Yeah.
Can't spell psychological without psycho.
Yeah. And that's when my pool Tourette starts to kick in.
Oh, yeah? You've got good pool Tourette's?
I've got good pool, first thing.
Is it mostly 4-letter words, or?
Well, I call it pool Tourette, and during, when you first start, you miss, you're like, yeah, whatever. By the end of the night, it's every GD and this and that and F and whatever. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've tried really hard to, change my demeanor, especially with rolls. I think it's really easy to get in a negative mindset with rolls, and everything that happens that you feel like happened out of luck or whatever it is. I mean, whatever happened out of control.
Yeah, well, it is.
Or-
There is a little bit of luck for me.
Mhm.
That little bit, does it take that extra roll? Does it bump the ball? Are you hooked now or not? And that last inch or so of a movement for me, do you rub that ball and get perfect or not? There's a little bit of luck in every shot, but it does come down to execution.
Execution, totally. So there, you didn't see those balls flying back quite as quick that time. I think that's a racking thing.
That right there is absolutely racking for it to be broken like that.
I played Hennessy in one pocket
I'm sorry.
over at Derby, and I broke and leaked a ball out towards his pocket, way too close. I mean, I ended up getting away with it, but he said, that's not a breaking error, that's a racking error. That means that one of your bottom 5 wasn't touching.
Yep.
And I'd never really heard anybody saying that. And I don't think he was messing with me. I don't think he was too worried about beating me.
No, that guy can play pool. It's brutal watching him play and chalk his stick 100 times before every shot. But
I did an interview with him out there, and I was asking him about his unique chalking habits, and he told me that a lot of it had to do with his accident, and that changed the way that he was able to be comfortable at the table. And I had never really,
Well,
I didn't understand that part of it.
if you watch him, he'll chalk and he'll set his chalk down on the rail. He will then grab for his chalk out on the playing surface several
yeah.
times before he then reaches
yeah.
for it on the rail.
It has gotten a lot better, though. I've noticed that
Yeah.
a like distinctly better.
I thought it was nervous tick thing or something that he had.
Look
I
at
didn't.
that. She made
nice.
that ball. Ooh.
Yeah, I hope he's got stock in Master or whatever, chalk he uses. I hope he's got stock in the company.
We have a player in the Eugene area that won nationals a while back, wrestled Searly, and one of the announcers during his finals was like, well, I think they're only going to pay him $11,997.75 because he's going to go through at least a stick of chocolate. It was really
That's funny.
Whatever the payout was, I don't
Yeah,
remember.
right. They're going to subtract a few cubes of chalk from that.
Yeah.
Or a case.
He does, man. Whittles it down. Well, makes that long cut. I don't think Stan got exactly where he wanted to be here. I don't think that she can see. Can she see that 11 ball?
Oh, she's looking at the 13 to just stop right there for the 9.
God, if she could see the 11 to roll down for the 9, that seems a
that would
lot
be
easier.
Yeah, and I think she does. She
It's
can
a tough
see
little
it.
window here.
She can see it, but I think the cue ball is traveling.
Nut-
Oh, look at that! Just bump it
Nudged
for
it
perfect.
perfectly.
Yeah, I think the cue ball would have been traveling towards the 4 ball and stuff, and not
Got it.
up. That's why she didn't shoot it. The angle, she was on the wrong side of it.
That's the one thing we're missing is the overhead cam.
Yeah.
Michael Littman, we gotta get him to start drilling holes in these suckers.
There's a hole in it. The light isn't high enough for.
Oh, is that what it is? It's too bowed.
Yeah, you can see there's a hole in the light there. It's,
yeah.
It has to be a certain distance above it for the GoPro to pick up the whole table. And
That makes sense.
it's not up high enough.
Got it. I prefer these type of lights so much more than the arena lights. I just, it's plenty of light for the playing surface. I had these Littman lights, these diamond pool tables. It's my favorite playing conditions in the world. So going right into that 14 ball.
She was trying to.
Yeah.
Can he play it in the side off the 6?
The side bank.
Yeah.
Between the 5-7. Yeah, that's what he's going to do.
Or even just straight in the other side off of the 6? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
the line's
I don't
good
think
for
you
that.
can get enough for that. But I do think the bank is, oh, he's calling it. You called it.
He's going to push through it to shoot the 8 in the corner.
Wow.
Nice effort.
It's about as good as you can get there. And yeah, so trying to use top spin there to get a little bit of draw on that object ball to pull back. That's tough.
Yeah.
Boy, that opens up the table, though.
Yeah, it does. There's a big opportunity here.
Kind of seen Stan say a couple times, like, all right, prove it. And so far, they're proving it, man. Yeah, I don't want to give these guys an inch. They're playing great. It is just, it's a different beast playing Scotch, isn't it?
I love it. I always say I can make one ball all day long. And I love having, not having the pressure on you for half the time. And,
Totally.
So many people I can't get the stroke. It's not about being in stroke for Scotch. It's literally going out there and one ball at a time. And what am I doing here? And
yeah.
I found it more complicated when when they started allowing you to talk to your partner and stuff. Now my partner is saying, "Oh, well, you should do this." No, I need to play Sherry's game. I don't play Stan's game or Joe's game or anybody else. And if we want to win, you both need to play your game.
Yeah, I like that, play your game, and but I guess that kind of goes back to the whole: do you prefer two same rated players, or do you prefer a larger gap between the players?
I don't care.
And I think what you're seeing here is just that battle, though. I mean, with Stanalina, there's a little more of a gap in rating, and with Joe, you see, two way closer players, and you kind of see that rhythm is working real well.
10 minutes and the spot goes away.
Ooh, they're giving away spots and minis over there. Is he just going to try and ease this down for the 3?
Come
Yeah.
off the rail. Yeah, see, I like that too. Using the end
Beautiful
rail,
shot.
especially with the pace the tables are playing. You're playing on a small table.
Mm-hmm.
Play to come off the rail. Don't try to stop on the way down and leave your partner some silly bank cut shot or whatever.
Don't overroll this one.
No, he didn't. That's nice speed
Yeah, it
again.
is. Yeah, perfect. Man, looking at 4-0. 2 shots away.
I think just push it forward for the 8 a little bit.
Yeah.
He's going to punch it with the just below bottom to push forward.
Yeah, just to widen up a little bit.
Yep.
$1,000 set here. About
Right.
$1,000 difference.
Wow.
Yeah, everything kind of rolling for Joe and it's Ken, right? Ken and Joe, yeah.
Yep.
Keep talking about Joe like he's the only one out there. That's not what I'm meaning. All right, these guys to rack.
All right.
Here we go, Madalena to break. She's getting cold in this corner too. She got her jacket back on.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It is. I think this is like the coldest part of the room back here.
Keeping it cool up here in the corner.
Yeah.
So this head ball, you see that cue ball comes flying straight back at the head rail when she hits it square. Squatted at that time.
Yeah, she made a ball.
Real different break.
Yeah.
Yep, and makes that one. Pretty open table here.
Yeah, but look at the 8 ball.
Yeah.
I think Stan's going to
He's
open
gonna
it up
nudge
right here.
now. So 13 to nudge the 8.
You got to be really careful. You know, I know he's just going to nudge it, but he was
We
trying
missed
to.
it. And don't want to make that 12.
Well, I think he was. You got to worry about that 8 going in off 12 there too.
Yeah,
well, wait,
absolutely.
Pushing it that way. And now Madalena can open up the 8 here from the. I think if she you just touch this ball in,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to run into the 8. If you hit it hard, you're probably going to miss the 8.
All right, moves it.
And
Once she leave.
the 11.
Yeah.
And
And it looks like he's got a
possibly the
little
9
queuing
too.
position between the 3-5
Yep.
too. Yeah, if he's got the 11, that's smooth sailing. 14's your key ball here. So 11 to either the 15 or the 9 if the 9 goes through the 10-7. Yes, he could play 10-9-15.
I think he wants her to get down to the 14 now and get rid of that. Maybe I don't know.
I like the 14 as my key ball. I'd rather keep the 9 or the 10 to roll down for the 14, I think.
Yeah, see, I'm drawing like she's getting ready to looking at there,
Go to
drawing
the
from
14
the 10
now.
to the 14 right now. But you got to miss the 4. Don't overdraw it. You run into the 4 if you overdraw it.
That's tricky action right there, especially you don't want to overrun it and end up behind the 3 ball. Yeah, I like rolling the 9 ball in there, playing the 15 to the 10, and then the 10 to get down. I guess it doesn't get any easier if you take it 3 shots later and you don't have a backup ball. All right. Starting with a 9. So yeah, they kind of like that same plan, but like you were saying, I mean, you still got to miss the 4 ball.
Yeah, regardless of how you get there, you got to miss the 4. And she's the one who's got to put Stan down there.
Yep. The nice thing is that 14's on the rail, and there's just so much more you can do with it on the rail. Looks like this is just a punch stroke, but yeah, I mean, if you look off the line of that ball between the 4 and the 14, there's just not a lot of room there.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah, she's nervous about it. I get it.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
football's. Yeah, he's telling her to just roll it in, and he's gonna go
He's gonna
maybe
take-
in between the 6 and the 8. He's just gonna cut it in, let the cue ball go running.
Well, I think he set her up for short side. Yeah,
Yeah.
just roll it in.
Yeah, just roll it in.
Because yeah, there is going to be enough
Yeah,
weight on the cue ball to get it.
yeah, it should
It
be.
might end up
may-
right
may-
on top of
yeah.
this ball, though. Look at that. What'd Stan say?
Just roll it in.
Just roll it in.
Almost like he knows what he's talking about or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Now Stan's got to figure out how to not hook her on this 8-ball. And I mean, that 8-ball is hanging. You can make it from anywhere except behind the ball. And yeah, that cue ball is coming off in a dangerous way. Look out for the scratch.
Yeah.
And there's a couple blocking balls there that can get you in a lot of trouble.
I think he's gotta aim to try to hit this 7 full on with the cue ball if he can.
Oh, I think he's coming with a bunch of inside. He's going to
Yeah,
be on
he
the
is.
other
He's
side of the
loading it
table.
up.
He missed it.
He was going 2 rails at it, yeah, loading it up with inside.
And hit, I mean, got perfect on the line, but just he hit fat on that ball. He didn't go real first. I'm surprised. That was exactly what he wanted.
And now look where it is. It's in the worst place, almost the worst place possible.
Totally.
The middle of the end rail there.
Well, they're not getting back to the table.
No, I
anymore. This is
Yeah, the 6 passes, everything goes. I think this looks like it's getting ready to be a hill.
Yep, I like 7, 6, 4, 1, 5, 3.
Like they become mountain climbers or something.
Getting to the hill. You're taking the 1 now. I like that. 7, 1, 6, 4, 5, 3. I do like dealing with the 1 way already down here.
Yeah,
That's
oh,
a good
absolutely.
shot.
Yeah, get it over with. By the way, just spin a little bit of inside. I think you can spin this. Don't put too much on it because then you're dead straight in or corner hooked.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah, just pop this off the rail a couple inches, 4 across side. 3, 5, 8 ball.
Train is rolling right now.
Yeah. They're just checking that that line on optimal line on the 4 ball there. And regardless of how easy you think it is, you got to put in the work. You can't get out there and get lazy.
Yeah.
You got to put in the work.
Well, and the tricky thing there is making sure you don't come too high to give yourself a poor angle on the 4 ball. Making
Yeah.
sure you draw it as opposed to interact with the rail.
Yeah, and if you overdraw it, you could be don't want to be going towards the 3-5 when you shoot that. Now,
They wanted the 3-5. I
Yeah.
think that's right. I like the 5-3, but the reason I think the 3-5 is probably a better shot is that the 3 ball is high at that 5, so it's just easier to get good on it.
yeah, and
It's not like you got to do much to get over to the
he
8.
can snatch this from the either one. He can shoot the 5 or the 3. He can go forward with the 3. He can draw off of it, whatever he's more comfortable with, and he looks like he's drawing it.
Boy, that sounded not great. Almost sounded miscue. I mean, he hit the ball really solid, but
Yeah.
it sounded interesting. It's that carbon fiber.
It is. One of these days, I'm gonna have to try carbon fiber.
Never even tried it?
I've never hit a ball with a
No,
carbon.
that is not true.
It is
There's
absolutely
no
true.
way.
I've never hit a
You've
ball.
never hit a ball with carbon
Never hit
fiber.
a ball. Never.
Sherry,
Kevin told me how much he liked it. He's afraid if I do it, then I'll like it. And that's like $1,400,
just saving yourself money.
right?
That is so funny.
No, I really like the cue that I play with. Kevin made the cues that we both play with.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's really cool. 5-0. Joe and Ken. And breaking. Holy cow.
Yeah, so I like the cue my husband made for me. We, the rings and all of that stuff, we put it together in the garage.
Yeah.
Hit my, his has the curly maple where the wrap is, and mine is it's curly maple and Coca-Cola.
Mhm.
The piece of Coca-Cola was gifted to us actually gifted to him on his birthday from Ernie Amore.
Wow.
And so, yeah, I don't want to mess with it.
And you've never hit a ball with carbon fiber.
Never, not even hit one ball with one.
That is devotion. That is love. Right on. Railbirds for life.
Yeah. And, the cue I had before that, Kevin bought it for me right after we got married, and I played with it until he made the one that I've got now.
That's pretty cool.
So, and we've been together, married for 20 whatever odd years. Almost, 27 years, 28 this year.
Wow. Holy cow.
Only 2 cues in 28 years.
That's pretty cool. And that does save you money.
Yeah.
For sure. Huge break here. 5-0. Last thing you want to do is let him back into this match. Joe Tamura had quite a bit of success with this head ball break towards the second one.
I was watching over there, and then I turned away, and you never guess what happened.
We were talking about marriage and pool cues.
And somebody won a game over there.
I think it's 3-1. My money's on 3-1. Boy, this is not a
2-2.
gimme. Look at that 8-ball. It's a tricky spot. He's back cutting this ball, huh?
Yeah, he is.
Just don't see what that gets you. I'm about to find out. Look out, 8-ball.
Oh, no. Oh, no. How they
was-
rolling.
I'm telling you, I was worried about that 8-ball. You're going into that pack. Anything can happen there.
Yeah, you can make the 8. All kinds of things could happen.
What I will say is you're glad that you're solids right now with the 8-ball where it is.
Yeah,
I want to kick into that 6-ball.
Yeah, she has to. Unless she can, I don't think she can see it.
No, kicking into the 6, I'd call the 7 in that lower right-hand corner pocket.
She's calling the 1.
I don't think that's possible.
That's what she's called. I would definitely be calling the 7. Kick straight at the 6, and well, you got a rail. Good
Yep,
hit.
got a rail, good hit. We'll take it. Moves the 11 out of trouble. That 13 still in
Yeah, and then what has she left here?
situation. Not much. You got a shot at the 14 down the rail. I
Yeah,
don't even
you
think
could
he looked at it.
Take the 13 off
Maybe
the
he's
rail
gonna
and try
play
to put
safe
the cue ball
under the
behind
10.
the set. Yeah, try to wedge in between the rail and the 10.
Yeah. Doesn't quite get there, but still a nice shot.
Yeah, but now we got more trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, I think instead of pushing through that ball, I think I would have tried to thin that ball. But he did get the 13 out of one problem, just into another. Definitely create another one for Stan. For Stanalina.
That's
It-
just so funny, Stanalina. It's because there's a couple up in Washington, Stan and Angie Birkeland, and we call them Stangy.
Stangy. I like Stangy. Stan's gone for a ref here because he's going to play the 2-ball. So that's the 2-ball in the upper right-hand corner pocket. Watch for the interaction between the 13 and the 2. This is going to be pretty evident. If the 13 ball moves forward,
Yeah.
pretty much if the 1 ball moves forward, yeah, good hit.
Nice hit. Nice
Beautiful.
shot.
Yep. When does it get him? Makes that ball, saves the inning, but There's not a whole lot doing here. She's looking at that 4-ball by the 8, but man.
Oh, there ain't no way in the world. No.
Well,
Just-
there's a way.
Just say no.
You're staring down the barrel of it. Is there a half a pocket?
No.
Really?
No, it don't go.
Oh, okay.
The seven's in the way of that side of the hole.
In that case, I'm nudging the 1 ball out and trying to bury her under the 13.
Yeah, that works. Up the side of the 1 here.
Yep.
And just put it into the rail and into the back of the 13. You've got them doubled up to 14, 11. You've taken your 1 out where it's out a little bit further. You can put it in the side or the corner.
You're probably going to sell the 12 ball by moving the 1 that much, but
Yeah.
I am just scared shooting towards that pocket. All right. She had an idea there.
Yep.
That is going to allow them to solve the 10 ball. Honestly, if I'm Joe, I want to make sure I don't move that 8 ball.
No, yeah. You want this. This 10 needs to go clean.
Yep. But you also want to make sure you get out high enough for the 11. I think the 11's the obvious next shot, unless he's going to play for the 15.
Yeah, because once it's gone, the 14 goes, and you've got, a way to get the 13 out of there, and
yeah,
everything falls into place once that 11's out of the way.
This is the Elite Division Finals of the 2023 Western BCA Championship. Single starting tomorrow. All the finals being played right now. Brackets are up. Get on CompuSport or Western BCA's website. Looks like he doesn't want to deal with the 10. The 10 really isn't a problem for them at this point, especially with that 8 ball as a backboard. So playing into the 15, they're thinking more about that 13, 14 right now.
Oh, and where's that cue ball going, Joe?
Yeah, but I think he loves that. He's doing everything he can to make them shoot at that side of the table.
Yeah.
Everything clustered, aiming at that 8 ball. Just, what can you do? I think he's forcing them to try and play safe behind the 13, 14. And that opens it up for him. I like that shot.
Well, I don't know. If I'm Stan, I'm probably playing this 7 off the rail and off the back of the 8. If I was Stan.
Yeah.
Not me out there shooting.
No, I think you're absolutely right. Yeah, the 8 ball is high of the pocket. It's you can do a lot from there, and that's what he's looking at. And that could move his 1 as well, but I don't think he needs to move the 1. The 1. Do you think the 1 goes already?
Oh, the 1 goes in the side
okay.
For sure. He's calling something in the side pocket. He's banking the 7 at the side?
What?
Or is he banking the 2 at the side? Or the 4? He's banking the 4 at the side, maybe?
No.
Oh, he's kicking it.
Oh, he was kicking it. Okay, so kicking the 4 off the 5 ball there.
That was... He comes up with some
an
crappy
inspired
stuff.
shot, yeah.
I
don't think the 12 cuts, so what are they looking at? They're looking at combo and the 915?
Sometimes I need to remember I have to commentate Stan like you're commentating Tony Chohan.
Totally. Stan Turango hand. Yes, indeed. He is a really inventive player, and I think that's one of the neatest things. Widely appreciated as one of the best bar box 8-ball players in America, and a non-conventional player, too. We've seen him take a bunch of caroms, a lot of tough combos that he makes look really, really easy.
Yeah.
And I think that's why is his ability, his willingness to play unique shots and his ability to see those shots.
Yeah. So I used to get lessons from JD, John Doherty, when we were living up in the Seattle area. And this is, Glenn Atwell was still around. And it was back when Glenn was in all 3 finals of the bar box tournaments and everything. JD says, Sherry, he says, Glenn, he's a great player, and everybody is Glenn, 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 Glenn. He says, you want to know who's the best player in the Pacific Northwest? He says, that's Dan Turango. He has been winning everything for forever.
Yeah.
And it was, Glenn was playing great at the time, so he was the first person to be in all 3 finals of the U.S. Bar Box Championship, the 8-ball, 9-ball, and I think they had 10, they had just started 10-ball in it or something, and he was in all 3 finals. And, but he says that Stan, he's won more than anybody.
Wow.
Yeah, but he has.
Yeah. For the viewers out there, what we just saw happen is there's a lot of movement in this building. If you're up here, you can feel the floor shake and gyrate periodically, and you can feel the table go. Sometimes there's construction, but that 15 ball fell in the corner. Rule on that is if it's been sitting for more than 5 seconds, it's up to the referee to spot back where it was. They kind of checked in with both teams, so that's why that happened.
Yeah, okay, or even if it's the seconds, I don't know. A lot of places we're getting rid of that rule, and it's if you've relinquished the pool table. Because it'd be 1 second, and I turn around and walk away. You've now relinquished the pool table.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to have the so many seconds of sitting. It's relinquishing the table. All right. This is looking pretty good for them to get on the board this set.
And that was good foresight for her there, because she really could have easily just left him for the 1, and she recognized that getting from the 1 to the 4 was not an easy shot.
Yep.
So good eye there.
Yeah, Stan just slide off this just a tiny bit there. And now, all she's got to do is roll this in. It's going to double kiss that 13, and you're in no danger of getting hooked.
You just don't want to push through this and have the 13 come up high and get in your way.
Yep,
Like you said, just roll it in.
Just roll it in.
Yep. Double kiss. Perfect. She looked like she was loading up the outside there.
Yeah.
5-1. They're on the board.
All right. This is where the comeback starts.
Like I said, you don't even want to let that door open. Joe and Ken with a 5-1 lead, and I don't think they're nervous by any means, but they have the freight train rolling down the table like an ox.
Yep.
And
there you go.
all of a sudden, it turns around quick. There's always a pivot in pool. Race to 6, you're going to see some kind of pivot. You just heard James DeVee called out playing a mini. You're going to see very, very few of these upper-level players playing minis. And one thing that I can tell you about James DeVee is that you will see him in the mini room of every tournament that has ever existed. He plays the entire time he's here, and it really shows. I mean, he's given up 6-2 right now, which is something that I was suffering this week also. But he just wants to keep playing.
Yeah. There we go. She's made a ball again.
Terrific break.
That head-on break.
It's starting to work out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is pretty ideal right here. Does that 10 go on the side?
It does not. The 6 is in the way for the side pocket.
So that's the only one. The 10, I mean, once you move the 13, 11, it's going to go in that upper lower.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm looking at the table, not the screen.
Yeah, that I try to do I try to do table relation, and then it would mess people up, and so I do what's on the screen when you talk about.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's up table, down table, and people are like, what? No, the head of the table is the head of the table.
Breaking side.
Yeah, the foot of the table is the bottom of the table.
So ideally, just stop this here, or roll down and give them an angle. Not straight.
It's not. That is not the angle. Oh, it's still a little bit, but I don't think that was the angle Stanley was looking for.
No, it's not. At this point, he's going to have to punch into that rail.
I don't think he's got he may have enough where he can come backwards too out of it.
He is, yeah. A little below center, punch with
Yep.
outside. 15.
Yeah. Or
12 to nudge the 10.
yeah, just draw it back. Let Stan shoot the 12 and let him deal with it. I wouldn't, yeah. I don't think he would want her unless she isn't confident with the 15. And the cue ball's going to be traveling. She's got to cut this 15. She's not straight on it.
Yeah.
So her cue ball's going to be traveling
That's
a little
fine.
bit towards them.
So this is one. If you want to drift less, are you going to? No, I won't talk about an imaginary shot. But if she was back cutting that 15, would you want to hit fuller on the ball with more outside to throw the ball, or less of the ball with more of an angle and inside English?
45, Connor Spires,
Makes that
There
ball,
we
clears
go.
the path. Beautiful
Perfect.
shot.
Yeah,
Man,
I think I like it with a little bit fuller with the English to hold it.
yeah.
If it's me, for the way I play.
Hmm.
With a little slower speed, allowing that English to take the ball. Because you didn't need to move it far there.
Yeah. Stan tried to punch across and he didn't get there.
Yeah,
So-
maybe Madalena can, maybe she can draw it back over between the 6-8 here and leave him in the side or in the corner.
This is one where I would always just go up and back and leave a long shot on the 8.
Yeah, or go in between the 6-7. Just back
That's
and
what-
forth
that's
with,
what I'm
with a
saying.
little center ball.
Yeah, just crisp cut this shot. Don't throw it. No English. Just cut this ball down the rail, over and back, and take your medicine on the 8. Nice try. Man, oh man, barely missing that ball.
Yeah.
Well, that was for a break and run and to get to 2-5. Pressure's on here. But wide open table, and this is a chance for the win. This is their first chance at the table, right, for the victory?
Yeah. This is, for the match. We got a little situation over on the other table.
Yes, we do. Bonus coverage getting exciting.
Got Russ Dorn over there getting his hours in for refereeing.
Not a good hit.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, the other ref is letting Russ make the call and then verifying whether it was the right call or not.
Everybody's like, what's going on? There's 2 refs. I'm so glad they're doing that. Refereeing is a really hard job. It's a super thankless job.
Yep.
And that's the only thing that can give you experience is doing that with somebody by your side.
Yeah, you have to have so many hours on the floor. He's already done all of the class work and everything he needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's just got to get his hours in on the floor.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to see good pool players wanting to be referees because... Excellent. The one, the only Dan Louie sitting by and watching this match.
Yeah, you know it. We'll try to get him in the booth this week too. James DeVee has told me he'll come sit in.
Cool.
Ed Hobbs has told me he will come sit in for a little bit.
I love Hobbs.
I do too.
Who do you like, Hobbs versus Mike playing one pocket? Did you see that match?
I did not.
It's cheap. It's $1,000, but Mike D and Hobbs are playing a race to. It's a
I did
race.
see. Are they doing that on Shark or not? I mean on what is it? Friday Night Lights or whatever.
I think
it
it's
is?
Friday Night Lights. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, and a really fortunate leave there.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Um,
Joe Tamura laughing at himself there too.
You know, I haven't seen Mike play a whole lot of one pocket. I know he likes the game. Ed Hobbs is so used to playing big money,
High action. Yeah.
high action that I think,
Yeah. It's hard to not believe that he's the favorite there.
yeah.
Well, Mike D's done really well at Derby, which is, that's something.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a really good match. I'll say that. I don't think either player has a distinct advantage.
No,
but like
I'm-
you said, the
The
experience.
only is the experience with the high money.
Mhm.
And so I don't know Mike's experience with that. Said I know he loves one pocket. I know he plays a ton of pool.
Yep.
So yeah, it's hard to pick a favorite, and that's the only thing that would tilt something for me.
Yeah. Well, this crazy position Stan's left in. What he's looking at maybe off the 2 in the corner.
That's what
He
he's.
is.
Yeah, he's. But
Wow.
what does it have to go off the rail and
So-
off the 2, or can he shoot it straight at the 2?
I can't. It's got to go off the rail.
Yeah, he's banking it off the rail, off the 2 in the corner, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, get your highlight button ready because this is a bank carom, and you just rarely see shots like these.
Okay, so Lucky Loser Billiard says it is going to be on Chalkbox, not Friday Night
Oh,
Lights. It was
scratch
announced
pad.
on Friday. That's like 5 or 6, the 2 sets of the
that,
finals,
yeah.
right?
And again, it's when he's put in a position where what can you do there?
Yeah, he's got to
gotta
make
fire
something.
at something.
Yeah, you got to make something work.
Still rare to see though, and that really has made a distinct difference in the set. Ball in hand,
Oh, yeah.
wide open table, nothing touching.
Ox Billiards also said that it's going to be Chalkbox Productions,
Cool.
and it will be fantastic. He says.
Nice.
I'm sure that must be Mike because I think it's Christian, the other owner, is standing right next to us.
Yeah.
So that must be Mike and the.
I love those guys. They're incredible. That's just the best pool hall in the Northwest, period.
Yeah.
I love Legends. It's great. I love the cue ball.
Yeah, I would.
But-
I want to get there. I've heard nothing but just glowing stuff about Ox online
So
and
cool.
everything. And yeah, big apology. Yesterday we kind of slacked a little bit on getting their name and everything out there,
really?
and
Well, that is unfortunate because
it's rectified, and you'll be hearing their name come out of our mouths in their commercial a lot. So get used to it.
Well, that's one that I'm proud to talk about. I've had nothing but great experiences being down there. I think it's a really important pool hall for the Northwest.
And they're not just looking at like 9-ball and stuff like that. They
we
they,
have
they
the
did
snooker
the
scene.
they had the
That's-
world snooker.
It's a big deal. Yeah.
And they have where they're doing 3 cushion and stuff too, right?
Mhm.
And so they're looking into all sides of the sport. Now what they got to do, there is one guy in the Pacific Northwest that I know of that does trick shots. Get the trick shot guys in there too.
Oh, that's cool. I know you guys love doing the
Well,
trick
we
shot
love
stuff.
the trick shots. Those guys are absolutely amazing, and we just love covering their events. But
Yeah, talk about creativity.
yeah, and it's a side of pool that doesn't get enough credit. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's just set up." Yeah, but you still you have to set it up
You have to
properly.
set it up, and then you got to make it.
And are you playing it
have
on
them,
an?
have them shoot some 4-inch shots, and
Yeah. Oh,
that guy's unreal.
the shots that these guys do, they are just. In some of them, it looks like the easiest shot, and the ones that look the easiest are the biggest point shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, the trick shot guys, and there is one, and I'll get his name. It'll come to my brain eventually, but there is one guy that I know in the Pacific Northwest that is in the trick shots.
Cool. Tough action here, Joe Tamura.
Oh.
No. And he just got in a funky spot where he couldn't really roll around. That 6-7 was hindered. Played a good shot there to get on the 6 and just missed that ball.
Okay. Is this that
You can kind of feel it starting to slip here. That's
that horse in the other foot or something?
right. Madalena 1 shot away from getting up to 2-5, and you know who's breaking.
Yeah. Didn't she break this game?
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I don't
Yeah.
know who's breaking. I thought it was her.
Well, you said you know. Yes, I know, but you don't.
I'm testing
It
you.
was a test.
Didn't get there. Oh, no. All right, didn't get there. Stan's going to have to bank this 8-ball between the 6-8. I
What
would.
about a ticky up?
Yeah.
Ticky. I've said it or earlier, maybe yesterday or whatever. One of the best shots I have ever seen done live. Dan Louie, Jessica Orth, Scotch doubles, 8-ball playing on table right here, and it was rail ball pocket on the 8-ball.
Wow. Well, get your highlight cams ready right now because you're about to see a beautiful ticky. This is to stay alive. Stan Turango down 1-5 here in the 2023 Western BCA Championship.
And now he's looking at a back cut.
It's just not there.
You would have to kind of like masse it a little bit.
Mhm.
Lloyd Long, another guy up in the
he likes
Seattle
it.
area, he loves shooting them kinds of shots.
Maybe he does have it. It doesn't look right from this angle.
Oh,
Wow.
that was so close.
You know,
You have to get out of that pocket. Get out
out
of
of
there.
there.
Okay.
I think he did have it, though, because he hit that ball fatter than I think he needed to.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, barely missed that ball. Holy cow, well, I'm surprised. Well, Ken, second opportunity to close this thing out. You really would like to get on the other side of this 6-7. That has just been continued to be trouble. So I like 2 rails around. You still got to miss the 8 ball, though.
Yeah.
And that 8 ball's big right there.
Yeah, and here we are again, you know, that 6-7, couple of balls right next to each other that are wreaking havoc. When they look so easy, they're sitting there, they're out in the open, right? Yeah, but when they're lined up like that, you know.
Yeah. Gets around it. I think he was trying to leave for the 7 and does, but
Yeah.
that's not the shot I want to be taking.
Yeah, well, I don't think really Joe's got much of a. Well, you could just bank the 6 out and let the cube just shoot the 6 to just a little bit on the left-hand side of the 6 ball off of a half a ball hit, and let the cue ball run up behind the 7.
Yeah.
I think Joe's going
Joe's
for it.
firing this ball. He's such a cool cucumber.
He's not playing safe. He's getting out.
Yeah, I mean, you can try and run right into the 6 to slow yourself down. You can draw off this ball. I personally like drawing off this ball just because I feel like I'm hitting it like I mean it, playing it with confidence. I'm not hoping that ball goes in. I'm putting it in.
Yeah. Lucky Loser says he liked the ticky shot selection too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see it.
Yeah. They're so cool when they go.
Yep.
You know. And you don't get to see them very often, so it's like, hey, keep hoping for a good one.
That's true.
There it is.
Boom.
Oh, he's a little flat.
A little flat.
A little flat.
He's fine. What you don't want to do here is you don't want to shoot too much high and inside and end up below it. This is one where you got to cheat the pocket. You got to punch out. Or you just draw back and take your medicine and take the 6 in the
Tell him.
lower right-hand corner pocket.
We, up in the Seattle area, we call it a DWI. Deal with it.
That's pretty funny. I've never heard that.
Yeah.
No
Chris
way is
Rogers.
he going rail first. No way.
Chris Rogers' wife, for
No
towel, first
way.
time ever. Yeah, he is, and it's in. Perfect.
It's
Look at that.
perfect. What a shot. And that's a set winner right there.
Yeah, it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Tamura and Ken Raymond. 2 balls away from this championship. I love this feeling. This is why I play pool. That, like, what he just did and walked back and
No, well, you know, his
Settling
heart is
into this.
racing. He's so excited, and
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you're getting ready to be a champ, and you're still trying to hold it in and trying to act like you're cool, and meanwhile, you're about ready to jump up and down.
yeah.
That's
Ken
it.
Raymond, Joe Tamura, your 2023 Elite Division Scotch Doubles Championship.
Yeah.
Stan Alina. What a match for those guys too. Stan Turango, Catalina Moreno. What a tournament. I mean, going straight through to the finals.
Another little quick shout out to our Fun Day sponsors:
Heck yeah.
Bigglebox, Savage Billiards, CSI, Legends Billiards, The Trough, Players, 2 locations in Washington, Kennewick, and Everett, Striker Fishing Rods, Linex, Rose City Billiards, Jam Up Apparel, Railbirds.
And a huge shout out to Ox Billiards, man. Thanks for
And
being a part of this
Ox
thing and supporting
Billiards.
pool in the Northwest.
Your stream sponsor. All right, guys, there is still a match going on over on that bonus coverage. Head on over there and give those guys a little bit of sweat. And we will be back with you tomorrow. Don't look for us for the 9 a.m. match. We won't be here.
All right.
And neither will Summer.
Neither will I. I'm a late night guy.
Yep. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Sherry Ross and Summerfield with Railbirds Productions. Thanks for tuning in.
We're out of here.